Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Alyssa's live on the podcast. This has been 3 years in the making. We are very excited. She's very nervous. Let me just say this. It takes a lot of courage and boldness to come on before thousands of people.
I already cried.
There's already 2,000 of you on here, and so it's long anticipated, 3 years in the making. Now, the reason why she hasn't been on the stream is not necessarily because she doesn't want to be, is because my other setup wasn't good for two people.
Yeah.
So we tried in our partners calls, and my face would be blurred, hers would be... It was just not the way. So now that we have the new studio, we're able to have her on. She'll be a normal guest. Hopefully, if you guys are nice in the chat and don't be rude. And then we'll have family members on and other people like that. So we're very excited. She's very nervous. And I'm going to make her laugh a lot. That's the goal. So it's going to be a really good night. And then let me just give you guys a disclaimer before we really jump into this. If you are rude, you're going to get instantly banned. So if you want a first class ticket to the block party, be rude. You can be rude to me, but don't be rude to my wife. I'm very defensive with her, so do not say anything stupid, crazy, or weird, or you'll get instantly banned permanently, instantly, forever. So that's that. So let me get that out of the way. I told her if y'all start being crazy, she's not going to be allowed to look at the chat, but it's going to be good. I think all of you will behave yourselves. We're all adults here. If you're not an adult, you need to go clean your room. Okay. We're on episode 128. Very excited. Let us know, guys, in the chat where you're watching from. Let us know if you can hear us. Pray that our stuff doesn't go out. Last night, it went out, and we had all these issues going on. The voices were out of sync. Facebook was cutting out. Hopefully, it's not. If you're on Facebook, you need to get onto YouTube. I don't know why people are still on Facebook in 2023, but if you are, we still love you. We're still reading your comments, but it would be best to go over to YouTube because Facebook cuts out our videos and does all that stuff. But yeah, new studio. We're super excited for those of you that didn't see it last night.
Do they like the rainbow?
The rainbow sign that we have pink floor lights. We are straight Miami colors here, and we're super excited about the new studio. If you guys don't know the story, I think the end of December, we decided we wanted to build a studio for this next year, and literally everything happened so fast. We were going to do a GoFundMe, but somebody heard we were going to do a GoFundMe before we launched it, emailed us. Yeah, while we were talking about it, they emailed us and were like, God told us to pay for it. So they ended up sending us $30,000, paid for tons of the equipment, all the cameras, all the lights, and then it ended up being total like 60 to 70,000, which I'll make a video all about that. And so they tremendously blessed us with everything that they put into the studio and things like that. So it's going to be really, really good. So let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Los Angeles, California. Someone said I'm addicted to Facebook. Well, Facebook is lame. So that's all I have to say about that. Man, I can't read the comments. Oh, why not? Socks. Yes, Alyssa's wearing socks, nice and clean socks.
They're brand new.
We will not be playing footsies on stream.
I'm not pulling a mic. They're
and
not
listen,
dirty.
I wore long socks so you guys can't see my chicken ankles that I'm insecure about. Quebec, Canada in the house. Finland. Welcome, welcome. Atlanta. Lots of comments coming. You guys froze my comments. Lodi, California. Pennsylvania. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sacramento, California. North Carolina in the house. Panama, Fresno, Alberta, Cleveland. Looks really nice. I hope it's streaming right because last night they were messing with our quality, but let me check the quality here. I think we're in 2K at least. We're not going to do 4K. Yeah, we are in 2K. We're not doing 4K because it was freezing your guys' things last night. So we're going to try 2K and see if we can get you guys on here. Okay, do us a huge favor, guys. Like the video, share the broadcast, get us out of Facebook jail. I know a lot of you are asking for Carl. I think we're on wide angle. We're going to put Carl on screen. There he is. Carl's first appearance at the studio, dirtying up the studio. But hey, he's here pecking at our feet and whatever.
Is he on?
We brought him over from the studio. Yeah, Carl's on right now. So there we go. He's going by. Like the video for Carl, okay? He's the pigeon that's turned into a dove by the power of the Holy Spirit. Hey, actually, when I downloaded the file of his video, it said dove. So it turned out to be a trash rat, a flying trash rat is what you guys call him in New York. But he's went from being a pigeon to a dove. So go ahead and like, share. Let us know where you're watching from. A couple things that I want you guys to know. We have the Chosen Meetup. By the way, guys, it's so weird just sitting here and not doing anything.
I know, I'm like, I can't see anything.
I feel like I can actually think and talk. Usually I have a mouse and I'm like clicking buttons and reading chat. But yes, we will be this Thursday at 7 o'clock at AMC 16 in Manteca, 7 p.m. If you want to go to see The Chosen with us, go buy a ticket. 95336 is the zip code. We have like almost 300 people coming. I think there's probably like 50 seats left. So pretty much the whole theater is going to be our people. Maybe a few won't be, so don't be too crazy up in there. We're not trying to like fully take over, but we're going to be doing a meetup for The Chosen, episode 7 and 8, this Thursday, 7 o'clock. Don't miss that. 95336 is the zip code. Couple events for you guys. February 19th, Life Song. I will be preaching at my own church. Come show support. Y'all came out to hear Mike last Sunday, okay? So I need y'all to come out and support me February 19th, 8:15, 9:30, 11, and 12:30. 4 services. So that's a lot of services. So come out to those services. It's going to be a really good time. It's just, we love what God is doing at Life Song. We had probably close to like 3,000 people there last week. It's crazy. It's just been a move of God. People on the floor, people hungry, revival, deliverances, miracles, just repentance, everything. Baptisms happening. It's amazing. So February 19th, California. And then I just added this kind of a last minute event. February 25th in Antioch, California. I'll be posting that conference soon. It's going to be amazing. Just know February 25th, right on your calendar, I'm going to Antioch, California, and then I will put on the website. And by the way, the first place people were called Christians was in Antioch. Not Antioch, California, but you know, Antioch. March 13th, the movie comes out. And my mind just went blank. Come out in Jesus' name. By the way, I'm going to make her laugh a lot. No. I'm going to make her laugh a lot because, I'm funny. We're going to talk about that. We'll see. So if she laughs a lot, just be cool with it. March 13th, come out in Jesus' name. What are you laughing at? Do you want me to tickle your feet on stream? Okay. We have a laugh attack going already. Oh, okay. And by the way, we are going to be doing a tier list ranking fast food at the end of this. So we're going to do like an hour on her testimony. Ranking. Yes, an hour on her testimony and our story. Then we're going to take a donation break, and then we're going to be doing, which will be absolutely so fun, and we're going to laugh. It's going to be, if you want to laugh tonight, you stay through the end. We're going to be ranking fast food. Now, some of you out there, you're like double, triple keto vegans and all that. We don't know about all that, but
we're not the ones.
Yeah, but don't get offended. We're going to do a fast food ranking. I did it, and the whole time I was doing it, she was texting me like, that's not right. You need to put this. So I said, you're going to come back on stream, and you're going to do it. So she's going to do.
You don't like anything.
She's going to do the fast food ranking. It's going to be awesome tonight, and that'll be super fun. I'm actually just very excited about that. But okay, all that March 13th. Come out in Jesus' name in theaters, 2,000 theaters. We have a Deliverance documentary. I haven't said a lot about it because tickets aren't available yet, but most likely next Tuesday we'll have a Demon Slayer podcast and we'll be selling tickets for that. We'll be giving you the link to Fathom Events because we want to pack out the theaters. Okay, 2,000 theaters, Deliverance, first time ever happening in secular theaters, and it's just going to be historic. So you want to get your stuff with that. Okay, with that being said, we're going to hit record and start this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on episode 128 of the Revival Lifestyle Podcast. And my guest tonight is my very own wife. Yay. Everybody clap, type 1 in the chat. 10 years married. 10 and a half years married. And here we are. I know you guys are like, she's so hot. I know. That's why I married her. I know. We got this. Okay. And listen, if we talk and have fun and laugh, don't be mad. Our marriage is awesome. Don't be mad if yours isn't. Just clap with us and be excited with us and stuff like that. So
people think I'm laughing because I'm nervous, but I just laugh all the time.
Yeah, she laughs a lot. And we have to, and I told her she has to talk kind of loud because she is very soft spoken, but
sometimes. Yeah.
But she's going to be loud tonight. There we go.
Is that better?
We're like, she's going to be a pro at streaming. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to have her on more. Okay. So episode 128. So I want to start with growing up. People don't know your story. People don't know your testimony. She's never actually have an old video we won't talk about because it's still on YouTube. You have an old video of your testimony.
Oh,
yes.
Don't
I won't tell you the title, but if you search long enough, you will find her testimony. We're not doing that. Her testimony video.
I forgot about that.
Of her with Nico dancing around in the grass.
Nico was my bad boyfriend.
Yeah, Nico in the video. You can hear my brother laughing. My brother played her abusive boyfriend in the video. So. Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's on YouTube, but if you guys find that,
we're not finding that.
If you find
I don't even think it's on
real
there
close.
anymore.
If you find that, it's gonna be good. So we want to start. We have a list of things we want to talk about. We're gonna talk about her story, her testimony for the first time, and then we'll go into being married, having kids, challenges, and good, the bad, all the stuff in between. Some of her deliverance stories that I'm super excited to talk about. I did deliverance on her, by the way. I was like, we cast demons out of her, and then I'm like, she's the one. But with that being said, talk to us about growing up, because people don't know how you grew up. Did you grow up in church? Were you an atheist? How was your family?
We definitely believed in God. We went to church. It wasn't spirit filled, so we just went to church on Sundays. Sometimes my parents read the Bible, like my mom did a lot. And I went to Christian school, so I definitely had a relationship with God in a sense. And I knew about God, and I knew morals and how to give and tithe and, all those things. But it was never never speaking in tongues, never holiness, never, you're not supposed to be doing all this sin, never anything like that. So it was very religious, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah, that's how I grew up as well. A lot of you watching this grew up that way. You grew up in church, but didn't grow up in Christ.
Yeah.
Didn't have the conviction, didn't have the power of God, didn't have the boldness. And that's a lot of people right now growing up in church, They've never experienced the presence of God. And that's what gives you the conviction.
Yeah.
That's what gives you the life change. So we always joke, like we always say we got saved twice. We got saved once from the world and then another time from religion, right? Because a lot of us grew up in church and we were religious, but we didn't have the power of God. We didn't walk in the Spirit, and everyone in the chat saying, me too, me too, me too. And I think what God is doing right now is pulling people out of that. I was raised in church and now they're seeing the presence of God, the power of God revival, which for you and for me, we had never really seen before. Like I have a vivid memory of one time in my life, and this is not to throw shade at my parents because they're both watching and I love you guys so much, and I'm had the best childhood ever. And you had an amazing childhood too.
Yeah.
But I remember one time being little and seeing my parents speak in tongues. And I have this vivid memory of this one time, which they probably did more, I just don't remember. But I remember one time, and it made such an impact on me at like 3 or 4 years old, seeing them speak in tongues. And so for us, we're like, man, we don't want our kids to just be raised in church and just go through the motions like we did, even though we had an amazing,
it's boring and
we had an amazing upbringing, but we didn't see the power of God. So we're like, man, we're not the best at it. We're trying to get better. But even this year, like we want our kids to see the presence of God, the power of God, be in revival, see the live streams, be a part of what we're doing so that they don't just grow up. Because what happens when you do that is you don't have the conviction. So you end up just straying away when you get older. So your dad's super hard worker. Shout out to Papa Gary.
He does everything.
By the way, her parents are absolutely amazing. Like I cannot say enough how much I love her parents, how much I could already see your mom crying right now, but how much I appreciate her parents.
I was actually thinking today that we could not do this without both sets of our parents. Like between our moms, they take care of our kids. Like they travel with us. Like both of our dads do everything for us and build things and serve and give. And I think a huge reason why we're able to do even the things that we do is because of our family.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're super blessed that both parents are super involved, and we're just like, I love my in-laws. My parents love Alyssa. We've just had this beautiful, I'm not trying to make any of you jealous out there, but I absolutely adore my in-laws. I literally, I cannot say one bad thing about them.
He's never said anything bad.
Like I can't say one bad thing about them. And so I just absolutely love them. They're like the people that will just do anything for anybody. Mm-hmm. They'll give you the shirt off their back. You could move in with them. They've never ever said like, no, like whatever you need. They've been with us since day one, which we're going to talk about their story as well, which is super interesting, but they've been with us since day one, super faithful. So shout out to Mama Tammy and Papa Gary who are watching this and at our house, and shout out to my mom, my dad. We love you guys and appreciate you guys. So you grow up, your dad's a super hard worker. Your dad wasn't home a lot because he was working. Not. He was working super hard. He's ran an electric business. Yeah. He was an electrician, electrical business.
He like electric?
Electrical business. And they would go to work with him and be in the truck. Yeah. And he super hard workers, ran a business for like 40 something years. Mm-hmm. And then your mom's at home, stay at home mom, right?
Yeah.
So stay at home mom with you guys. Yeah. Your dad's out working. You guys are raised in church, but your dad's, like my dad, tired at church, sleeping, just going through the whole thing of working full time. As you started getting older, you started drifting from God.
Drifting.
You started getting into the party scene. You started drinking. And we're not going to go super graphic because our kids are watching, other people watching, but we also don't want to skip over the details.
It wasn't holy. Let's just say that.
So you go off, and what happened when you were in high school? When did it start? When did you start becoming a rebel and being like, I'm going to kind of do my own thing?
13.
13.
Yeah, 13,
okay, so
14.
Tell us kind of what was happening.
A boyfriend and just...
The boyfriend. It's always the boyfriend or the girlfriend.
Always the boyfriend.
Bad out there. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
And just, I think the crowd that I was just with, obviously we went to a Christian school, but we didn't have very strict morals and holiness and just easily influenced. And it was just like, these were my friends and this was fun and we were bored. And so just the whole party scene and guys and just really getting into like the thick of it.
Yeah, living a promiscuous lifestyle.
Yeah, a double life. Yeah, it was
partying, drinking.
Yeah.
And then you were also in high school, then you graduated high school and you went to...
beauty school, yeah.
And how was that?
Well, even in high school, I actually got suspended for drinking. Suspended for a week.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, at a Christian school.
Yeah.
You were drinking
I was a bad Christian.
You were drinking at school?
Yeah.
So did you say you were a Christian to people like at school, or like if you were on the street?
Well, we all were because we went to the school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just a Christian school, but like nobody, I mean, there was like a handful of people who were like the good kids, and I was definitely not a good kid.
Did you ever think like, man, I'm a fake Christian, or like not a real Christian?
I just never thought about it. I just thought, okay, God's going to love me no matter what I'm doing, because that's like what we were taught, that he was like a loving God. And they only teach about like the loving God. It's never like, oh, if you die in your sin, you're going to go to hell, or like there's more out there. It was just, okay, this is what everybody else is doing, so I'm going to live my life how I want. And one day, I'll serve him more, which I thought going to church whenever I wanted was enough. I thought that was my Christian walk.
Yeah. Did you ever have moments where you like felt like you had a wake up call where you're like, I really need to serve God? Or you had a friend that took his life in high school? Was that was a wake up call for the whole school?
Yeah,
but was there ever a time where you're like, I should probably take God serious? Because you weren't an atheist. Like I decided I'm going to be an atheist, which I do this because I'm like, I don't think anyone's an atheist.
I always wanted to, but it was just, everything else is just more fun.
Yeah.
So I was like,
church was boring.
Yeah, it was. And I'm like, nobody raises their hand at church. Nobody cares about anything. Even at church, I'm like, I'm drinking with all these people and we're still going to go. So I know that I wanted more, but I just didn't know even what that looked like. I had no idea what speaking in tongues. I had no idea about demons. Like you think that this is like as good as it's going to get until you realize it's boring and I don't have anything else.
So now you're in high school, you're partying, you're doing all your stuff, hiding it from your parents, of course, like I did. My parents to this day, they
kind of found out when I got suspended.
Okay.
But
so tell us about that then. What did they say? Were they like, when
my mom was very upset. My dad showed up and he had to come pick me up from school and he like didn't even know where to go. But I got in a lot of trouble.
So your parents are like, what are you doing? We thought we raised you.
Yeah, and my coach Michelle, my cheer coach, was the only one who was like really like fighting for me. Like she would.
Because you're gonna get suspended, right?
I was suspended.
Oh yeah, you were
for like
were.
9 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
but you were gonna get kicked out for
more. Yeah, we were about to go to nationals for cheer, and she really wanted me to like participate still because I was like the captain and stuff. Long old story, but she would just like tell me all the time, God loves you, Alyssa. God has a plan for you.
Wow.
Like God loves you, and I didn't accept it at the time. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like you're just like a nice lady, and but she really, really like I think she saw past like the facade.
Yeah.
And just was like, God has a plan for you. Like God's gonna use you, and I'm like,
what did she think when you married a preacher all these years later?
She was at our wedding.
I know, that's what I'm saying. What did she think when she's like, I've been speaking into you for years?
She's like, I've always known that God's gonna use you. Like God had a plan. So.
Wow. Okay, so now you're in high school. Yeah. You're doing that. You get in trouble. Then you go to beauty school. Did it get worse?
I tried testing out and going to college early with Erica. That didn't end up working.
Who's watching? Shout out to Erica. Hi.
Erica. And so then I went to beauty school and it just got drastically worse because I was like 17, 18 in beauty school and we all were just drinking all day long. We would party all night at beauty school. Yeah, everybody was smoking and drinking and I just didn't take it seriously. I mean, there were some people taking it seriously, but I just didn't. I don't think I was in the right headspace to even take it seriously. I was going through like a breakup. It was just like a really bad time of just feeling lost. So my plan was to take off with Erica to LA. I was like, I'm going to finish. I know.
Okay, sorry. I just had to say that.
And we were just going to go move in with her mom and just live our life out there. And I was telling Nico earlier that I really think that I got saved at such a pivotal time because if I would have actually taken that route, I think my life would have just been a completely different story.
So you got saved at the right time. That's how I felt. I'm like, man, I was at this moment where I was either going to go off and do my career and get married. But in my mind, even my story, I had zero desire, plan. Like there's a verse in Habakkuk where God says, I'm going to do something that you wouldn't even believe if someone told you about it. He tells Habakkuk, look around the nations and be amazed. I'm about to do something you wouldn't believe even if someone told you. So if somebody came up to you and said, Alyssa, in a year, you're going to be saved, in revival, delivered. You're going to end up marrying a preacher, a pastor. You literally wouldn't believe it even if someone told you.
Absolutely not.
And that's what God does. God says, and there's some of you watching and there's 3,500. Wow. And you're like, God doesn't have a plan for me. You're out there maybe where she was at, partying and drinking and stuff. And God's like, I'm going to do something you wouldn't even believe if I told you. And your parents wouldn't believe it, which we're going to talk about.
No.
But you had such a crazy encounter with God. You're about to move. Well, your plan was about to move to LA. And it's so crazy how God has a way of interrupting our plans, like knowing, like my brother Nico, who's here, he was about to move and be a part of like a drug house in San Francisco. He was like weeks away. He actually texted me when I got saved and said, I'm going to go to hell just to prove to you that God doesn't save everyone. Yeah. He said, so I'm going to go to hell and I'm leaving in a week or two. And I was like, and then he had his encounter and he'll be on at some point. And God radically encountered him. But God always has a way of showing up like at the right time, in the right moments, in the midnight hour, right before we go off and do something that's probably like would be harder to encounter God in. So now you're in beauty college. You're going to be planning to move with Erica to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And then you have a friend that invites you to church. What happens? Tell us from there.
What was it? Generation Fellowship?
Yeah.
Or back in the day?
You're leaking it. Back in the day, we started out.
Is it a secret?
No, it's not. Nobody knows, but it's funny. We didn't know anything about anything, and we named our ministry Generation Fellowship.
Actually, I don't even think it had a name when I came.
No, it didn't have a name, but we ended up naming it Generation Fellowship, which is like the cheesiest name ever.
Yeah.
But we were like, it's old people with young people and this. So we're like a generation that fellowships.
GF.
Yeah, we called it GF. It was so cheesy. We had like these shirts that were like the absolute cheesiest shirts in the world, but it was amazing for the time.
Yeah.
And then we had this prayer meeting, and God's like, the name's the awakening.
Yeah. So my friend at beauty school, she was like, she kept talking about, oh, this thing, I'm going to this prayer meeting, and just kept calling it like a prayer meeting.
Do you remember what month this was? Because it started
April.
in January.
I came in April.
Okay.
It was like the end of April.
So we started towards the middle, end of January.
So I think when I first came, it was in April. And she's like, I really want you to come. And there was like 3 or 4 of us friends, and the other girl was like a youth pastor, which I don't know why she was hanging out with us, but she was.
Is she watching right now?
I don't know. Sorry.
The youth pastor was partying with y'all. Okay, we got it.
I don't know if she actually partied with us, but we weren't like good. So she was like, there's like a prayer meeting and all this stuff, and we can go to it. And I kind of just blew her off because I'm like, why would I go to Manteca? I don't even know where that's at, like all this stuff. I don't know if something happened in my car, but I just didn't want to drive, or maybe I was just drinking. I'm not sure. And she's like, I just want to go to the mall. I'm like, I want to go to the mall. Let's go get makeup. Like, let's go do this. She's like, okay, I'll take you to the mall, but first we're going to stop at this house.
Wow.
And I'm like, she's like, there's a bunch of teenagers. Isaiah thinks that they're...
No, for sure. No. This is what she said. I'm going to tell
I don't remember that part at all.
She literally told us that she brought you because she told you there's a bunch of hot guys there.
I don't remember that part.
Okay, she doesn't remember, but
she
for
said
sure
there was a
that
bunch
happened.
Of, like,
but the
young
thing was,
kids.
Okay, but the thing was, well, of course there was a bunch of hot guys there because you met me.
Gosh.
But the whole point...
I knew that. My mouth...
The whole point was there was a bunch of young people. Like, it looked like a party.
It did.
It looked like a party.
Yeah.
There was people packed everywhere, and the videos are online. There's cars in the parking lot everywhere, and we're all young. We're all 19, 20. We all were the party group, so it really was unorthodox because it was a bunch of like...
Said, I feel like I remember that.
Thank you. My sister's in the chat. By the way, all our family's in the chat,
Maybe
so you guys
can...
My sister remembers. But it was a lot of young people. Yeah. We were all college age, getting saved.
She called it like a prayer meeting thing.
Yeah. So there was a lot of attractive young people there because we were all partying and all that, right? We weren't like these, and I'm just being real. We weren't like these nerdy, like, you know what I mean? Kids.
It literally was like they partied last week.
Yes.
And then
it was
we're
attractive.
Like, saved.
It was attractive to like our age people because they're like, oh, you guys aren't.
It's like something new.
Yeah, they're like, you guys don't smell weird. You're not like normal Christians. Like you guys are cool.
Yeah.
And it was like we were all like, and that was our motto. We're like, we could be cool and serve God and pray all the time and on all that kind of stuff because God's not boring. God's not lame. And so you come to that meeting. She invites
like you're
you.
Gonna make a joke.
No, I'm not gonna make no joke. Well, I'm gonna make jokes at the end. Okay. Right now, serious time. When we do the fast food, all that, we'll laugh and make jokes.
Okay.
So. Now here you are,
so
which we have all these notes and we're not even going into.
Yeah.
But so here you are now, you get tricked into coming.
Yeah.
So she tricked you. She didn't.
Yeah, she's like, if you come with me, like I'll take you to the mall. So I wasn't really like thinking, I'm like, okay, I'll come. So I show up.
To the living room.
Cars everywhere. And like people are outside. People are just, it literally looked like a house party. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, whatever. When I walk in, there was just Bibles all over the floor.
They were saving their seats. Yeah, because there was no room in the house.
Why is there so many Bibles everywhere? Like,
Bibles laying everywhere.
I didn't get it. I was so, like the whole time, the whole night, I just
destiny.
remember being so confused because I'm like, what is happening? Like from somebody not saved, it looked really...
Yeah, it looked very cultish. We were in a house with Bibles all over the floor.
I'm like, okay, this is crazy. So then you start preaching, and I know you're going to ask what I thought about you.
Yeah, okay, so what do you think? You saw 120 pounds on his best day screaming. And by the way, actually, they've seen some of the house videos I posted. Like, I think the titles are like 12 years ago I preached this. But I was crazy. Like, and I only posted the ones where I was like... Okay, so
that's what I thought. My first thought was, why is this guy yelling at me?
Oh,
like,
yeah. And all that. I still yell, but I was like...
But he was like
I was
standing...
just all over the place.
And I just remember thinking... I don't even know what he's saying. Like, I literally had no idea what you were saying. You were like off.
I annoyed you. You said, you're like, this guy's so annoying.
I did.
Go ahead. Just tell. Listen, we're going to just let it all out here. We don't care.
No, you weren't even making sense. Like, I don't know if I was just blinded.
I'm like, go ahead. I'm like, go ahead and say whatever. She's like, okay, you weren't even making sense. Go ahead. Sorry. Someone said she met hot Isaiah. Oh, sorry, I'm not anymore. You know, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
They said, where can we watch these videos?
Go ahead. They're on my YouTube.
But I'm saying, like, you were so spiritually on a different level that you just weren't making sense. So I don't know what you were talking about. I never heard any of that before. There's just hundreds of people sitting next to me. I'm all crowded.
You were in the corner by the plant.
Yeah, I was. And then, oh, you remember?
Yeah, go ahead.
You
Sorry.
remember?
Yeah.
And then you turned off the lights and you're like, we're going to pray for everybody. Like, we're just going to go pray for everybody.
Yeah, we did turn the lights all the way off.
So it's pitch black in there. Pitch black, literally. And
it would get pitch black. I'm not going to lie.
People just started like ants, just, and like people are praying for everybody. And before the person prayed for me, I was standing there and people are getting like speaking in tongues, which I've never heard before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to get out of here. Like my one thought is I need to leave. Like this is like, I'm going to die in here. Like, like so serious. I thought I was going to die. People, because they're getting slain in the spirit, they're falling over.
So they were getting slain in the spirit and you thought they were dying.
Oh, I thought they were dying. I'm like, they're killing people in here. Like, this, I gotta leave. Like, so I started trying to get to the exit, like the side door.
Good luck.
And somebody fell on my foot. And I remember I'm standing there with like, I thought a dead body on my foot. And I'm like, I'm gonna die. So I asked my friend who brought me and I'm like, why are the people on the ground? Like, what happens to them? And she was joking. She's like, oh, they all wake up at 5 a.m. And I was like, I was like, this is a cult. Like I'm in one right now. Like I was like, how do they do that? Like, why do they wake up? Anyway.
Of course she was joking, but you didn't know. She was joking. You didn't know.
She didn't know. So I'm trying to actually leave. And that's when the guy came up to pray for me and
who I actually just recently talked to a sister 12 years later. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he came up to you. What happened?
He just started praying for me. I don't remember what he said at all, but I remember feeling like, number one, how does he know this about me?
Yeah.
Number two, like, why do I feel like this? It was just like this peace and like kind of like a hope.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for once, I didn't feel like dirty. I didn't feel like messed up. I didn't feel like, even though he's saying all these things that he knows about me, like he said it like so lovingly. Like I was like, something's different about this. I was crying. It was just like a really like intimate kind of encounter. And then
on your way out, you were trying to leave.
I was trying to leave. Yeah. I was like, I'm out of here. Like, get me out of this place. So then he prayed for me and everything. And then I left and I remember driving home and for some reason, cause I lived far away. I'm like,
yeah, like 45 minutes away.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to like turn on my music. Like I didn't know what to do.
Wow.
And you didn't preach about that or anything like that. I just knew I just don't want to listen to the music anymore. Wow. So I literally sat in silence the whole time. I even picked up my friend the next morning and
the one that invited you?
No, a different friend that I picked up. And I didn't want to turn on the music again. And that was on a Thursday because remember it was on a Thursday. So then the next day was Friday and we had all these plans to go partying. And I remember telling Erica at the time, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to stay this one out. Like, I think I'm just going to stay home. I think I'm going to sleep. Like, I don't know why I feel weird, which Erica told me today. She came over today and she told me, she's like, the day after I saw you from the first time I came, she's like, you look so different.
It's crazy.
She's like, I couldn't explain it. Like, I didn't know why, but you just had this like look about you where it was just different. So you didn't tell us not to drink. Like when you were preaching, you didn't say, it was all Holy Spirit where I felt like I don't want to drink. I don't want to do this. Wow. I don't want to party anymore. So I just remember staying home from all that. And I asked my friend, I was like, hey, you know that like prayer thing? Like, I think I might go with you like again. And she's like, okay, like it's every week and blah, blah, blah. So. And
you told, you said like you didn't want to like tell her I want to go, but you're like, hey, do you think you're going to go back to that thing? And she was like, yeah. And you're like, I think I might go with you again.
Cause I didn't know why I wanted to go. Cause I'm like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
And it's so, sorry.
No, go ahead. Tell us how it was.
It's just so, it wasn't like me. And it was so almost uncomfortable. Cause I'm like, I'm obviously like the dirty one here.
Yeah.
And everyone else is like praising and worshiping. And I'm like, I don't know anything about what you guys are doing, but I just was like more curious than anything.
So you came back. What happened after that?
I just kept coming. I just kept coming and I would just come all the time and start worshiping with you guys and start praying. And because there wasn't like a lot of preaching.
I think the first time I didn't meet you the first night. I met you at church. After you came the first time, I never saw you or met you. Mm-hmm. And then
we started going to church.
Yeah, she invited you to church. And so I saw you at church.
Church did.
And we actually sat next to each other at church. And your friend got mad. She's like, how come you're sitting next to him?
She got mad about a lot.
She got super mad. And the first time I met her, that we were sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
So you ended up coming. Now you're involved in our group.
Which you sat by me. I was already sitting down.
Okay, well, there's that. And I was like, wow, this girl smells really good. So we had this thing. I remember too, you're wearing like all these big gold bracelets, like a 20 of them. I was like, what is this? Like the Prince of Persia? You had like, do you remember that?
It was the style. It was like 2012.
You had all these bracelets. And I was like, wow, this is like the Queen of Persia or something. So anyways, we sat next to each other at church. And then apparently, okay, so great minds think alike. So apparently, I asked for your number or something.
You did. You
but
totally
listen,
did.
I had these group texts. I could literally show them. I still have them. Well, I don't have the group text, but I have the groups where I was getting everybody's number that would come.
Okay.
No, listen. Everybody's number that would come, I have a list. Because we didn't have like Instagram, none of that then. I think Instagram had just come out. Yeah. I had this long list of every single person's number that came through the door. We'd write down their phone number and we would literally send a text out every single week to every single person. And every week they'd be like, F you, leave me alone. Where'd you get my number? Like people were like so mad, but I was like, I'm getting everyone here.
Yeah.
So I would text every single person at the revival every week. So I had this prayer group and I'm like, hey, you want to be part of the prayer group? So what happened?
You asked me.
What happened? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, I was just standing there about to leave, and you're like, "Hey, I can't even do it."
Tell us what. I basically got her number via prayer.
Yeah, you're like, "Hey, can I get your number?"
It wasn't like that though, for real though. But
can I get your number because I want to like keep you updated on like the prayer meetings and stuff and the time.
That sounds so bad. Sounds so bad. Sometimes Isaiah's got that riz.
Somebody called me the Queen of Persia.
Okay, so I was like, I want to keep you updated.
On prayer.
And I want you to have my kids, but keep going. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. So then you started coming.
Yeah, I started coming.
You got involved in the ministry. Mm-hmm. Tell us about
my deliverance.
Yes, how you got delivered. Which I remember that night, and I'll tell my side, but I want you to tell your side first.
Okay, I'll tell my side. I was standing in the kitchen.
There's 4,200 people on. That's awesome.
Wow.
Go, sorry, no pressure.
I was standing in the kitchen. We're actually ending the prayer night. So, what? Do you know what month it was?
I don't remember, but we were having a prayer meeting.
Yeah, I don't remember. And somebody in the living room. What are you laughing at?
The comments. Isaiah's got that drip. Somebody said, "Go ahead." Sorry. Church chat, dude. Go ahead. Someone said infinite Riz. By the way, Riz means charisma, so I'm kind of charismatic. Go ahead.
You are very.
Go ahead.
Okay, so somebody was in the front, and they started manifesting.
Okay.
And
I remember that.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna name any names.
Yeah.
And I was standing in the kitchen.
Go ahead.
And I just remember feeling really sick. And I think I called Cherish and I was like,
how long were you saved at this point? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Like a month or two?
I knew. It was probably like a month or two. It was probably like a month. And I told Cherish, I'm like, I don't feel good at all, which I had never seen a Deliverance up until this point. Yeah. I don't think we were doing them all the time because I was barely just like coming to prayer. And I just kept telling her I don't feel good. She's like, okay, I know what this is. And I'm like, no, like I really don't feel
She's
good.
She's in the chat too.
Is she in there?
Yeah.
I think it was Cherish.
Yeah.
And I just kept saying, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm going to pass out. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, I need to go home. I don't feel good. Mind you, she's getting delivered in the front room. And my demons were just...
The other girl was getting delivered.
Yeah, going crazy. Your demons were going crazy. In the kitchen. And I just remember I like fall. I just completely fall on the kitchen floor. And I just kind of go in and out from there.
Okay, so then what happened?
Well, I don't remember. I was getting delivered.
Okay, so we ended up carrying her to the living room. Well, actually what happened that night was I got super frustrated, and I was super young in the faith too. So this other girl was manifesting.
Were you getting annoyed with me?
No. Another girl was manifesting. This guy started manifesting. She started manifesting. It was like a chain reaction of people manifesting and screaming. And I was like super like, I don't know what happened with me. I got rebuked after, but I was like very on edge and like frustrated because everyone just started manifesting. I was like, I basically just went like super saiyan. I was like, stop. I was like screaming. You? I was just so mad. Nino, he was like, you can't let your temper, because I got so mad. I was like, devil, you're not going to do this. And I'm like, take her to that room. I just like went.
Yeah, I remember that. I ended up in the living room.
I was super frustrated because like everyone was just screaming. It was like very chaotic. So one of the guys we took to a back room, the girl we took across the street to pray for.
Okay.
You ended up slithering around.
Yeah.
Since you don't remember, I'll tell. Okay, the chat's like, let her tell the story. We're going to work together here. You were crawling on the floor like like a snake.
I remember that.
Yeah, you were slithering, rolling around like an alligator. And then me and Nino and like a couple of the girls were trying to hold you down.
I was levitating.
We literally couldn't hold her down. She's levitating off the ground.
Far off the ground.
She was
with my arms
making
out.
noises, hissing, screaming, what do you want from us? I'm gonna kill you. And then I'm like, what is your name? And it was like Jezebel. It was like,
okay,
go ahead.
You don't remember
now
this
she remembers. All right, go ahead.
No, because I remember coming
yeah.
and I remember whoever was on my feet, she was like, it's Jezebel.
Yeah, it was Cherish, I think.
No, it was somebody else.
Okay.
And I remember very clear in my head, you were saying, who's Jezebel?
Wow, my first encounter with Jezebel.
Yeah. I was literally laying there.
The heresy hunters are going to love this. The heresy hunters are going to be like, Isaiah Saldivar cast Jezebel out of his wife. It's okay. It's free promotion. Go ahead.
Yeah, and she was like, it's Jezebel. And you're like, who's Jezebel? And then Nino's just like, keep going, keep going. So I remember that. Yeah.
So she scratched us.
I also remember trying to bite you.
Yeah, she was biting us,
and
scratching
us. And
us.
you shoved the Bible in my mouth.
Wow.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. So you didn't remember, but now all of a sudden you do.
No, I'm saying I remember.
You remember some of it.
Yeah,
okay.
some of it. I don't remember how I got like places, but I remember.
I'm like, bite this.
You did. And I remember I was trying to bite things and you're like, no, bite this. And you shoved it in my mouth. And yeah.
Wow. Though we did some stuff back then. I'm just saying
wild.
we were learning.
It was wild. Nobody knew anything.
So anyway, she gets fully delivered of Jezebel, all these spirits, everything like that. The spirit's like, oh, I'm going to destroy you.
Home,
all that stuff. Okay, so she lives like 45 minutes away. Mind you, for like a year and a half, you drove
after this
to the meeting every day almost. 45 minutes every single day you were driving to the revival and prayer and all that, because we had prayer every single day. So I stick the Bible, all that, didn't know what was going on, never even encountered Jezebel before. You get fully delivered, and then you get home at like midnight probably.
I think it was the next day. I think because
no, it was that night.
Really?
Or maybe it was the morning.
My mom would have been awake at midnight.
You woke your parents up.
Did I?
Yes. Your mom and dad are probably in the chat somewhere.
I don't know. Mom told me, did I wake you up?
Yeah, you for sure woke your parents up.
Because I
remember you coming back the next day and saying, yeah, I went home at super late and I woke my parents up. And go ahead. What happened there?
So I remember sitting on my mom's bed and I go, Mom, I was really excited. I'm like, I had 13 demons cast out of me and I had the list of them and everything. And she thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's real. Like there's demons and they were coming out of me and this and that. And I had the spirit of this and the generational this. And I mean, probably shouldn't do that to like your family.
It was 2 a.m. your mom said.
Oh, it was?
Her mom's in the chat.
It was 2 a.m.
We
no
got facts
way.
here. Yes.
I thought it was the next day.
2 a.m. Okay. So 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You come home to your mom, who's
freaked her
raised
out.
Baptist,
Freaked her
got
out.
saved at 5 years old, been in church her whole life, never seen a demon cast out.
And she said,
and her daughter comes home and says, I was at a house,
yeah,
and they cast demons out of me.
Which I mean, she kind of knew that I was changed because I was obviously a different person.
Yeah.
But I think the whole demon aspect just freaked her out.
Yeah.
So she was like, I'm coming. She's like, you're in a cult. And she told my dad, like, we're going. We need to check it out. They, like, our daughter's in something and we need to see, make sure she's safe.
Yeah. So you end up telling them the story. They come to the revival. And then what happened when they came? I know a little bit, but I'll let you, do you remember any of it?
They just encountered God.
Yeah.
For the first time. I mean, they didn't get like delivered or anything, but it was like they felt the Holy Spirit and they saw people speaking in tongues. And it was just something that we've never been a part of, and it just changed their whole life.
So they encounter God there at the first service, kind of like skeptical, like what is going on. They leave, and Gary and Tammy are both in the chat, but they go back to home, and your dad, I guess, he said they were quiet the whole drive home, which was 45 minutes away, and he read like the book of Acts that night or something like that, like read the whole book of Acts, which Tammy, if you want, you could type the story a little bit in the chat, but he read like the whole book of Acts the next few days. Yeah, I just recently he was telling me this, and then was like, this is like in the Bible.
Yeah.
Like
they're like, how have we never seen this before?
Yeah, like how have we never seen like deliverance, miracles, signs and wonders? Like this is in the Bible. And your dad was like super convicted and was like drinking once in a while or whatever he was
he
doing.
threw away his tequila.
Yeah, he was doing drinking and he was doing other stuff. And he was like, I'm not doing any of this anymore. I want to go on with God. And literally, let me just say this. From their first time going, just guys, remember, they lived 45 minutes away. Was she from Turlock? You were from Ceres. They lived 45 minutes away drive. And her parents, from that day on, I don't think ever missed one meeting. Probably maybe like a medical emergency.
And it was like 3 times a week.
3 times a week, for sure, for 10 years almost. They literally came every single service. From that moment on.
And he worked in the morning.
He would work at like 2. He would get up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, get home at like midnight or something from the revival. They were the most faithful people. coming every time, supporting, just going after God. And they've been that way since then. Like they just came with us to Atlanta. Anything we do, they're like, so they've been on fire radical ever since. And all from you coming and then being
all
like,
for my demons.
Yeah, we think she's in a cult, and they've been with us, like our biggest supporters ever since. And then Mama Tammy will probably type something in the chat here and let us know some of that story. But so then that happens. So now you're saved, you're on fire for God. Your life is what now? Because you go from partying, drinking, all this, like your life is filled with that to now, like what is your daily life now for the next few months? Because
we went to prayer.
We got married. You came what month?
April.
So we got married like a year and a half ish after you first came. Okay, so now you're going from partying every day, drinking every day, at school, literally drinking every single day, pretty much at beauty college, and you're now in revival. You're delivered.
Living holy.
What was the deliverance after like? Like, did you feel lighter? Did you feel different? Did you know like something changed?
Yeah, I just knew I was completely different. Everyone said I looked different, just mentally. All those old, like, I feel like I became a new person. So even talking about all the old pain and the old things that I dealt with, and it just like didn't have a sting anymore. I'm like, okay, that was like my old person.
Yeah.
Like I have no connection to it. I'm just like a completely new person, and I'm starting a completely new life,
Good.
So
now you're on fire, and then you go from that to, how did we meet? What did you think about me? What was the story?
Geez.
What did you, no, seriously, because I know it's like a little fuzzy. And guys, remember, this is like, what, 12 years ago?
12 years.
That
we've had a lot of kids.
Saved.
My mind's a little.
No, yeah, we've gone through, we've had a lot of kids. We've been through a lot. We've done thousands of like services and revival, and you ran our kids ministry, and you were full on like 100% all for it the whole time ever since. So we started talking, or we felt like God was telling us like, that we were the ones. Basically, I was like, I'm not going to date anybody. I'm not going to like anybody. I basically told God, I don't want to like or date or talk to anybody unless I'm going to marry them. So I was like, the first person I get feelings for, that's the person I want to marry.
Yeah.
So I started getting feelings. We were actually also, just a side note, at Bible college together. And the pastor's like, I want you to go somewhere in this room. And this doesn't happen to everybody. So if you're listening, waiting for an audible voice.
I never got no audible voice.
She didn't get an audible voice, okay?
I had no.
Yeah, so she never had this crazy confirmation. I had a crazy confirmation. So I'm like,
Which
Lord.
he didn't tell me. That would have been helpful.
So I was like, Lord, I know this is, it's kind of manipulative to be like, oh, God told me audibly, you're my wife, right? Like, that's a little manipulative.
I mean, it would have helped, but yeah, you're right.
So we were in Bible college together. She's pursuing God on fire. We're in ministry together. We're always together in a group, right? So it wasn't like, it was just this group all the time doing ministry.
Church was like my only friend.
Yeah, my sister was her best friend, and we were traveling and doing ministry.
Were you saved at that point? I don't know.
Church isn't, my brother's wife's over here like,
what about me?
Yeah, what about me? She wasn't even saved then. But we're in Bible college, and the pastor basically says, go find somewhere in the room, you remember this, and get a word from God. And don't get off your face until God speaks to you. And those are a bunch of people
mine wasn't like about marriage, though.
Yeah, so she did get a word, but it wasn't about marriage.
No.
I went and laid by the drum set, because I'm like, I'm a drummer. It's a cozy place. So I went and laid by the drum set, and I kid you not, the second and again, don't compare our relationship to your guys', because this might not happen for you. I was just like, Lord, I got to marry the right one. When you're doing full-time ministry, like, she has to be the right one, because your wife could literally ruin your calling, and your husband could ruin your calling. Like, if you marry someone that doesn't want to be in full-time ministry, and that's your life calling,
it will.
That's massive. So I'm like, God, it has to be, I don't want feelings. Because I was in the same thing as you, promiscuous, back and forth, dating a girl 4 years, but every time we'd break up with a different person, like, we are living both the similar, just bad lifestyle, like with multiple people all the time and stuff. So I was like, I don't ever want that. I don't want to ever like a girl unless I'm going to marry her. So literally, you were the first one I ever had feelings for, and obviously, we got married. So I never, from the moment I got saved till we got married, had any feelings, any attraction to any other girls at all, which is awesome, and I'm grateful for that. So we're at the thing. I go face first on the ground. The second I lay on the ground, I hear like, as audible as it can be. So some say audible, some say not. I felt like it was an audible voice from God, and this is all he said: Alyssa is your wife. Like, audibly. So I was like,
Good thing I was the only Alyssa that you knew.
That's true. I was like, can we get a last name? But I was like, okay. So I got off my face, and I was just like shook. I was sitting at my table, and you were actually sitting next to me, I think. All right. And so you were, don't act like you weren't following me around, girl. She was following me.
I think I sat behind you.
I don't know. Oh, so you could see at the back of my fade? I didn't even have a fade at that time.
I know you did.
I just had like a 3 all over. I was scroungy. So anyways, I was sitting there
with your
and I was
V-neck,
like,
the short sleeve V-neck.
I actually used to wear short sleeves back in the day. So I was like shook. I'm like, and I don't want to tell her this. Like, that's super manipulative. Oh, by the way, God just spoke to me that you're going to be my wife. So I went to my uncle, who's my pastor, who like has been a major part, Nino, in our life, like major, mentored us, discipled us, like has been my right hand guy since the day I got saved. So I went to him because I told him the moment I get feelings for someone, I'm going to come to you. So I was like, I'm getting like, it was like a light switch turned off. I don't know if it was that point, but at some point it was like, I woke up one day and was like, I have crazy feelings for her. So I went to my Nino. I'm like, I have these crazy feelings for this girl, blah, 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 blah. And that's a whole other funny story I won't even say. But I'm like, me saying and him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So anyways.
I already know where you
Should I just say it? Anyways, no, okay. It's awkward. Anyways, I'm like, I have feelings for this girl, blah, blah, blah. And so I tell him, I'm like, Alyssa, and he's like, whoa, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, let's fast and pray about it. So you need to fast, you need to pray, we need to, all that stuff. And then I don't even fully know your side. Did you talk to Nino? Because obviously he came and talked to you or approached you or something happened.
No, the only time I talked to Nino was after we had already got engaged. And
so and
we had that meeting with him and he told me about how hard it's going to be.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that. But when you had feelings for me and all that, obviously I knew we were talking and stuff like that. But
nobody talked to me.
No, I'm saying we were. No, we were.
Oh yeah, we were talking. Yeah.
So I went through the fasting, all that, and then
you told me you told me that you were getting more feelings, and I'm talking to Nino, and I feel like this is like the way we're headed, pretty much.
And you were basically like, well, of course I'm obsessed with you because like you're the preacher, and like, is that what happened?
No, what I really liked about you is that you were.
What else? Go ahead, tell us. Give us a little, whatever you want to say.
You were really nice.
I was really nice.
You were really nice. It was the first time somebody was really nice to me.
Wow.
Like genuinely for like no other reason than you were just like
inviting you to the prayer meeting.
Yeah. Oh, remember when you made me the coffee?
I don't remember that. I don't remember a lot of it.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember.
The first time
I did work at Starbucks though, so it wasn't that weird.
To like a hangout, and I was like super uncomfortable, and like my friend left me and everything. I was sitting there.
The friend that invited you left.
Yeah.
Didn't come anymore.
And you walked and you handed me a coffee, and you're like, a little birdie told me you love this.
The way to her heart, guys.
And I was like,
and she loves coffee
in my
to this
head,
day.
I was like,
she has
that
like 5
was the
coffee
nicest
machines.
thing anybody's ever done for me.
So some of you guys need to just take notes. Just make her coffee.
No, you were just genuinely nice to everybody. You were nice to my parents. You were nice to like everybody around us. You were like so caring. So yeah.
Awesome. So we end up never officially dating, nothing like that. We end up at the revival service. There was like 700 people. It was massively packed out.
We also had like people around us all the time, and like we couldn't sit by each other at church. Remember,
we weren't allowed to sit by each other at church.
Don't ride in the car.
No, this was what it was. Abstain from the appearances of evil, which is great.
I know you're not doing evil, but like abstain from everything.
No riding in the car together.
No even let people. So I would ride with Cherish.
Yeah, no sitting together. Nobody. The people that were close to us knew that there was something there.
There was like a dynamic.
Yeah, but nobody knew.
Wasn't,
It wasn't like, oh, we're dating. So we never dated. Like, we'll be clear. We never dated. Basically, fasted, prayed. Then I was like, well, I'm going to propose to her. So we went through like, first I talked to your parents. So I sat down with their parents. I'm like,
oh, here we go.
I got to ask. I'm traditional, right? Like, we got to ask the parents.
I didn't know. I had no idea you were doing this.
Of course. So her mom, her dad, my uncle Nino, my parents were there. And we were at this table. I'm like, hey, I have feelings for your daughter, this and that, which they probably knew and had an idea, right? Because we're always together and stuff like that. I
think my mom said she was totally caught off guard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she had no idea.
So I asked her dad, I'm like, hey, I want to ask if I could take your daughter's hand in marriage and like I'll treat her right, all this stuff, I'll take care of her.
Oh, geez.
And your dad was like, she's very expensive. She's very expensive. I'm like, I know, it doesn't matter. He's like, no, like, dude, like she likes nice clothes, her insurance. Like he went on like literally telling me like, man,
he tried talking you out of it.
Yeah, he's like, she's super expensive. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like I'll support her, blah, blah. And then he's like, of course. He was like, of course you can marry her. He's like, you're the preacher.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, you're the preacher.
He's like, of course I want you to marry my daughter. And then her mom was just like, that would be a dream. And that would be, and all that. It was amazing. But then what happened was I wanted to get married on a certain day. So by the way, we got married in 2.5 months after getting engaged. So I'm like,
July 17th.
Just think about this, guys. I was traveling nonstop. So I'm like, I had like, I think 10 events planned for like 4 months of traveling. So I had 2 months of no events, 2.5 months. And then the next 4 months was just straight traveling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the Bible says it's better to marry than burn. We got to get married now. But the thing was, I was like, we either get married in 2 months or we get married in like 8 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
there was like no happy medium.
Like there's no chance I'm waiting 8 months. Like there's just no way. There's no chance. It's already been too long. So I was arguing with my uncle. I'm like, we got to get married on this day. We got to get married in this month at least, like on this certain time. He's like, no, it's too soon. You're not getting married in 2.5 months. So me and him are like going at it. But we're Italian. We were loud. We talk.
Yeah, we're very quiet.
Yeah, her family's super quiet. Like when they first started coming around, they're like, what is wrong with these people? Because we're always yelling and like wrestling and just shouting. Even at our family events, it's complete chaos, right? But it's all normal. So me and him are going like what you guys might think is at it, but we're just normally talking with like how we do. We're just super loud. Her parents are mortified. They're like, they walk across the street and they're like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, that was a really heated fight. I was like, we weren't even fighting. They're like, yeah, that was like, they thought me and him were in a heated fight, but we were just arguing over the date. So we finally were like, he's like, fine, you can get married on that day, right? Like the 2.5 months or whatever. So then I don't know how long went by. It wasn't long at all. Got a ring. Ended up at the church. Again, most people didn't know anything. You kind of thought something was going on.
I thought something when Erica showed up.
Yeah, her friend Erica.
Out of nowhere. And I'm like, what are you doing here?
Was like your best friend.
And she was like, Isaiah told me I had to come tonight. And I was like,
yeah, that was a little bit of...
Why would Isaiah tell you need to come tonight?
So I was texting like all your friends, family, like you need to be there. And they're like, why? I'm like, you just have to be there. Yeah. So the night I proposed, we had a guest speaker, of course. And we had like, it was insane. It was so packed because of course I was texting everyone they need to come. But really like nobody knew anything. Maybe 5 people knew it was going to happen. Like, so we have a video somewhere we're going to play it, but it was super low quality. I'll find the original quality. But I was like so nervous. And then I got on stage and was like, hey, at the revival, by the way. And I was like, hey, Alyssa, will you come on stage? And then everyone was screaming. It was crazy. And everyone was looking at each other like, what is happening right now?
It was very nerve wracking. It was crazy. Knowing me now, you probably should have done something completely different.
Someone told you to like dress nice or something. They're like,
we all were because we were recording a video.
But we tricked you somehow.
Yeah, you guys tricked me. Oh, Cherish wanted to paint my nails.
Okay.
Cherish tricked me and she's like,
who's my sister, Cherish? Yeah.
She was like, oh, you're not going to have your nails painted tonight or something? She's like, oh, here, I just got a new color. Let me do it. And I was like, why would I have my nails painted? Like, I don't need that.
Yeah, you started getting like something's going on because family's
everyone
coming,
was, like,
friends
weird.
are coming.
And
Everyone's
like,
how are you doing,
like,
Alyssa? Staring at you. I was like, everyone, please stop asking her how she's doing
I'm like,
tonight.
why is everyone looking at me? And then even when he started singing, everyone, literally the crowd just
not me.
turns
I
to
wasn't
me.
singing.
No,
the worship leader was singing.
Was playing the song.
Actually, he was writing. He sang a song he wrote for us.
He didn't write it.
Yeah, he wrote a song for us. Yes, he did. He was singing a song he wrote.
God Gave Me You?
No, he wasn't singing that.
That's what you proposed to.
No.
Yes.
Really? Was he singing that?
No, yes.
What did he write a song for us? Was our
wedding?
He
didn't write a song.
Yes, he wrote a song for us. Okay, anyways. That's all I'm sorry. Maybe it was our wedding. He wrote something for us. I think it was our wedding that he did. Something like that. But he was singing God Gave Me You. And then I came out. I came out and was like fumbling my words and was like, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here.
And everybody just started staring at me. And I remember, I think it was Jasmine.
It's been a rough road.
Somebody turned the camera and I'm like, I'm literally on the camera. I'm like, why are you filming
I looked
me?
like I was like 11.
Yeah.
I looked so little. And then I literally looked like I was 12. Called you up on stage, proposed to you. Everyone was screaming.
Very embarrassing.
Yeah. And then we got married literally 2 months
and
later.
2 days.
2 months and 2 days?
Yeah.
That quick?
Yeah, it was July 17th to September 15th.
So we get married September 15th. The church was like, you guys can use our building. So we went to do our wedding, who we're going to invite. It ended up being, I'm Hispanic. So I had like 150. Huge. She had like 15. And I'm like, this is so I basically was like, we could either do a crazy nice wedding with like 50 people or the church outside. The church was huge. Yeah. And they were like, you could use our building free. They really blessed us. Like, we're going to pay for the like appetizers. And
they did the decorations.
They did the cake.
Everything,
we got super blessed. So we ended up having like 600 people, I think we invited to our wedding. So we're like, we're just going to invite everyone because we had a huge building.
Honestly, if we did it again, though, you would still invite everyone.
I know, that's true.
You would still.
So we invited everybody. It was massive. It was amazing. We didn't do food because it was like 600 people, but we did like appetizers or something. We went to our honeymoon in Mexico. Came back from I was going to say, how was that? We won't talk about the honeymoon. Came back. We had a great honeymoon, by the way. Like, not even being weird. Not even being weird. We had like it was a good honeymoon in Mexico.
Yeah, it was nice.
Right?
It was nice.
And the funny part was it was swine flu going on, so the place was empty. We were like, there was 5 couples in this huge resort. Everyone's laughing in the chat. So we had this, and there's 5,000 of you on. That's pretty crazy. So we had this awesome honeymoon. Came back from the honeymoon and went straight to a conference. And we traveled and just been doing ministry ever since. But before you got married, what were people telling you? Because they're like, they really told you the cost of marrying a preacher. Like, talk about that.
No, talk about Nino.
Yeah, talk about it.
Oh, yeah. When he sat us down, we had just got engaged.
Okay.
And he sat us down.
Mic a little bit closer. Thank you.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
And he sat us down and he was like, Alyssa, you don't know what it takes. Like, I know my nephew and I know this. And, ministry is going to take everything. And are you ready for it? And I mean, just drilling
made the cost
it in.
very high.
He did. Oh, everybody told me like the exact cost.
Remember my grandpa Rudy when he sat you down?
Yeah.
My grandpa sat her down and was like, when John Wesley got married, he had to leave his wife for a year on a carriage.
Are you going to be okay when Isaiah leaves you for a year?
He's like, what if he leaves you to India for a year and preaches without you? And she was like, I guess.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So everyone's telling you the cost.
So I think I knew going into it. I mean, obviously I didn't know on this
scale
how big it is and how much it actually does take. But I knew going into it that like it wasn't going to be a normal marriage.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going to be like what I even thought a marriage was going to be like.
Yeah. So we get married. I'm glad they did that though, because even people watching, and whenever preachers I see get married and then their marriage fails, they're always like, they try to blame their wife. Like, well, my wife doesn't want to do ministry and stuff.
I definitely knew like what it was going to take.
And it's important that if you're going to do full-time ministry, the person knows the cost. They know like, this is what it's going to take. And I told you that. I'm like, it's not going to be easy being married to me. I'm super like 24/7 driven with like everything. I'm like,
it's like God or nothing.
Yeah, it's God or nothing. And I'm not tooting my own horn at all, but my personality is like, I'm obsessed with the things of God. This is going to be our life. Yeah. Like we don't go to movies. We literally don't do anything but like ministry and God. Mm-hmm. And that was really,
he's like, are you okay with this?
Until we started having kids, our whole life was just 24/7 prayer, revival, ministry. We ate, breathed, and slept, which one of the interesting thing was when we got married, we were like, first of all, we didn't even know what a godly relationship was. We're like, this is so weird because we both were in toxic relationships.
Even riding in the car, I'm like, are we allowed to ride in the car even though we're married?
It was crazy.
Just like, it was a very weird shift.
And we both had lost our virginity. Chat's good. We both lost our virginity before we were married. So we're like, we've never been in a holy relationship. We both lived with our boyfriend, girl. And we won't go into detail, but we both kind of lived. Like I was pretty much living with my girlfriend part-time. She had a boyfriend that was living with her for a little while because he got kicked out of his house. So we both lived in we both had toxic relationships. Now we had a godly relationship. We're like, wow, we don't feel shame, guilt, none of that. Like God totally purified us, cleansed us, all that. But really our marriage was like 24/7 ministry. Mm-hmm. And we haven't went and seen a movie in like, I think 8 years. We didn't do anything. Like we didn't want to do anything. We didn't go to concerts. We didn't go to movies. Like everything a relationship does, we didn't do.
We were working and going to prayer.
And didn't want to do. Yeah, we were just in prayer. We're like, why would we want to go to the movies? That's so boring. We just want to go to prayer. Like why would we go to a concert or a game? Like it was God, 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 God. And we were just doing revival and ministry. And literally, I'm going to say this and compliment you. And I've said this before. Some of you maybe haven't heard this. In 12 years of doing full-time ministry, like I used to travel for almost 10 years.
Don't make me cry.
Every single weekend, I was pretty much, not every single weekend, 3 out of the month on average. I was
Thursdays
gone.
and Mondays.
So I would literally, my schedule was I would leave on Thursday or Friday, usually Thursday. I would get home Monday afternoon from traveling.
And then we go to the meeting.
We'd go straight to a meeting. I was in the meeting. I would stay up till 3 a.m. getting a sermon ready. Tuesday, we had our service. I would be gone all day.
And you would leave at like 2 or something.
Yeah, I would leave, I think, at noon. And then, around that.
To do worship.
Yeah, to go to the worship, to go open the church, pray. I would spend all day at the church praying, getting ready for a sermon. Get home super late Tuesday. Wednesday, pack, and Thursday, leave again. That was like years of just grinding and traveling and preaching and being gone. And you came with me a lot in the beginning. And then when we had Justice, you came with me some, but then it just got harder and harder. And it was just like, I always would like be frustrated. Like, man, I'm away from my family. But then I thought about, well, the military, they're gone a year for a secular army. Like, and I would say this to you, like, how much more if I'm in a spiritual army, should I be gone for a week or a day or two? So the cost was like really there.
I definitely had a grace to like stay home and a grace to like you be gone all the time.
Yeah. For sure. I look back, I'm like, how did I do that? That was so crazy. That was miserable. It was now I look back, I'm like, it was miserable, but it wasn't then. Like it was totally God.
It's all we knew.
Yeah, it was all we knew. It was God's grace. So we were doing that full-time traveling. She traveled with me a lot in the beginning, and then it got harder and harder as we started having kids. So we start having kids. Your life dramatically is changing because you go from revival 24/7 prayer, no responsibilities. We're just in prayer. We're like full-time 24/7 ministry to now having kids. And you went through some, wilderness times because you're like, well, now I can't be at prayer 24/7 because we have like a baby. Now I can't travel with you because we have a baby, which Justice did travel a lot with us.
She did.
But we had Justice, and then we'll talk about Journey. So how did your life start changing once we got married?
I don't think it really started changing until after Journey.
Okay.
Because I think with Justice, she was still going with us places, and just bringing one kid with you, it's like, okay, this is a new normal. Like, I'm just going to take her. It wasn't as hard until there was like more kids, I think.
But how was it? How did marriage change your, like, when we got married? Were you like, this is what I thought it was gonna be, or were you like, this is like, what was your perception on like being newly married? Like, you're newly married, you've never been in a Christian relationship. Yeah.
That's a good question.
It didn't seem hard, but I mean,
it didn't. It wasn't.
We literally never fought in the beginning. We still don't really.
No, I think it was just trying to figure out, because I think we didn't date. I was like learning who you were as a person. Yeah.
And we didn't do anything but prayer. But going to church.
It's like you're trying to like, okay, we're married. okay, this is what he likes. This is what I think it's just normal first, second year marriage where it's like, okay, we just need to figure out what he likes and doesn't like and who we are. You know what I mean? Things like that.
I didn't even say did I even say what I was going to say about you and compliment you the 12 years you've never, I don't think I even said it.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I didn't say it. I was like leading up
and
then I
went
went
around the bush?
Yes, I went off on a rabbit trail. So 12 years full-time ministry, she's never once complained. That's what I wanted to say.
I think you said it.
I didn't say it. Did I say
Did
it? No,
say
I didn't. I led right up to it. Hold on, then I didn't say it. Okay, what I was going to compliment you with was 12 years in full-time ministry.
Yeah.
She's never once, this is like massive if you're a pastor or preacher or you're like looking to get married and you're a minister. Never once has she ever complained about ministry, ever. She's never said when you're going to be home. She's never said you're streaming too much. She's never said you're traveling too much. She's literally, and that's so massive because I'm like, complaining is like my biggest pet peeve, like the worst. Like, and when we first got married, I was like, I hate complaining.
Yeah.
So that was a huge deal. So that's a huge compliment because they said I didn't say it.
Oh.
She's never complained, honestly. Like she's never said you spend too much time in prayer. You've never ever been bitter towards God.
No.
Because you could be if you wanted to. You could be like, God, you're taking my husband. And I'm like, because really you had to share me with like the world.
Everybody.
Yeah. With
all
like
the time.
Ministry, even in Deliverance, like we would be doing Deliverance till super late at night. And she'd be like, okay, I guess I'm just going to go to bed without you. And I'm home at like 2 a.m. or whatever it was. So she really has had to share me with the world, even with like live streaming and even with traveling, even with whatever it is. Like you've always felt like you've been glad with being on the back and like not on the camera.
Love the back.
I mean, this is the first time in 3 years you've been on stream. So she likes that. She's like,
I think honestly it had to work that way. I think when we started having Justice and stuff, I just had to just take it and be like, okay, you're traveling, you're doing the ministry, you're doing this, you know, it's all about, in a sense, you're doing it. But I was like, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to be with the kids. I'm going to show them, you know, God is real. I'm going to do all this. So I didn't want to make the kids ever bitter towards God. So I've never talked bad about you traveling. I've never talked bad about
and you made
preaching.
it fun for them too.
I do. I never talk bad about anything about God or even make it where it's like, oh, daddy's preaching again. Daddy has to travel again. I always made it super fun for them. I always made it memorable. Every time that you would go, I'd be like, okay, let's go do something.
Yeah, they'd be like, when are you leaving again? I'm like, excuse me.
Made it a little too memorable. But I just did all that because I never wanted them to be like these pastors' kids that are like resenting God because their dad was gone all the time.
Yep.
So I wanted them to be like, okay, you know, we can still have a good life even though daddy's out doing stuff.
And we've had talks with them too, you know, in the years of like, this is what I'm doing. Like one day, I think it was Journey or someone's like, I wish I could go with you, daddy, because you get to like go swim in the hotel. You're going to swim in like a hotel pool. Like they didn't know I was out like, and I was like, no, daddy's out fighting dragons and like saving the world. I literally told them that. I'm like, I go out, this is what I do. Like our family's called. I remember telling Justice and Journey that one day, like we need to talk to them more like this. But I'm like, our family has a calling, like God has chosen. I get all emotional talking about it.
Don't make me cry.
I'm getting so emotional. Okay, you talk now.
No.
Yeah. But I've just been like, you know, our family has a calling and like God's called us.
Yeah.
So they never felt like, oh, why is daddy gone? Or why aren't we doing stuff? Because they've known like we're set apart. And that's what people that are in ministry, their kids are resentful because they don't talk to their kids about this. And Bishop Boone told me to do that. He's like, sit your kids down, tell them this is why I'm gone. Don't complain and be like, oh, daddy has to leave again. And everyone cries. Be like, no, I'll be right back. We're going to go do ministry. We're going to go work for God. And so I would to everybody watching, like over communicate with your kids, like what you're doing. And we don't do it enough. Like,
we need to do
trust
more.
me. We do not watch this video and be like, they have it all together. They're so perfect.
We don't.
We have so many areas. We don't fight. We agree on almost everything. We have an incredible marriage. Like, don't make me say, you know, don't make it what it isn't. We have an incredible marriage, but we can do way better, and especially me with our kids. Yeah. Because we assume like, oh, we're in church, we're in ministry, like they know. But it's like, even yesterday, she's like, should I bring them to the studio? And I was like, yeah, bring Justice and Journey because I want them here, even though they're making noise in the back, whatever. I'm like, I want them to see what we're doing and be a part. And like, I want to involve them in the ministry and however we can as they get older and stuff. So anyways, we've talked to our kids about that. Like so I don't think they've ever felt like they've missed out.
I don't think they have.
And even me, I've missed reunions and tons of birthday parties. But we've always made it huge when I'm home. So like if they have a birthday party, like they don't even know when their birthday is. We could have 3 days early.
Like we have a birthday party and then he leaves and then it's like their actual birthday.
Yeah, and we go all out because I'm like, we're gonna make it memorable. And also I'll say like when I am home, especially when I was traveling, I'm very present. I'm very involved. Like our kids would never be like, oh, we missed out on you being here. Because when I'm home, I'm dialed in with them.
Yeah, and they don't, I mean, like they don't know about any any problems. They don't know about any like drama. Like they've never been involved in anything. It's just been you being super present with them.
Yeah. And I think the biggest issues we've had in our marriage has been my lack of, and we're going.
Oh, I'm like, are we going
we're going
there?
No, it's my lack of like emotion or my lack of like.
Oh, we're going
connection.
there. Yeah.
And being present.
Yeah.
Because like even when I would travel, not as much now. Like it's completely different now. But when I was traveling, those 9 or a month, 10 years,
it was hard for you to like come back to reality.
Yeah, I would come home like a soldier comes home. And I was like,
exhausted.
almost had like spiritual PTSD. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm exhausted. I have to think about the next thing. I'm on my phone because I'm working a lot from my phone. So I'm on my phone and I'm like us having a connection was hard because I was like, so just ministry,
or I would be like,
supernatural.
oh, so what happened? And you're like, oh, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it.
Exhausted.
You're so done. So I'm like, okay. And then I find out on the stream that was like,
yeah,
or like when he was preaching, I find out. Yeah.
Her biggest pet peeve would be if I came home, she'd be like, what are the testimonies? What are the miracles? And I would be like, oh, you know, God moved. But I was tired. Like I didn't want to. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it again. Yeah. Like I'm exhausted. And then I would go and preach and share the testimonies. And she's like, you shared that, and all the wives out here are like, I hate when my husband does that.
I know.
But she's like, you told them, but didn't tell me, and like it would really hurt you.
Yeah.
That was like
and
a huge issue in our marriage.
Forgot,
yeah. I was like, well, I'm just tired, and or if I like I had an encounter with God and didn't share with you, and I share it with public, like, you never told me God told you that. You never. Yeah. I'm like, oh, well. So for me, that's been our biggest issue in our marriage. Yeah. Honestly, it's been like just an emotional disconnection from my traveling, which I think I'm doing better at now. But the other sides of it, like, we haven't really had any like issues or anything that I could think of. And I hate saying that because people are like, I can't stand my husband. We fight all day. But like, we literally pretty much agree on everything.
Yeah, we laugh all the time.
If we don't agree, I'm just like, this is what we're doing. Right? Like, pretty much. She just submits. I mean, really.
I mean, it depends on
like,
what it is.
What do we ever not agree on? Pretty much everything. Like, say there's a disagreement.
What?
Say there's a disagreement. You're just like, all right, let's just do what you think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, like we talked about that, like the wives submit to your husband. Like, when does a wife submit? And we always said, like, is when they have a disagreement, the wife ultimately says, okay, you're leading the family. Like, you're the priest of the home. And I know I say it funnily, like, you do what I say.
Yeah.
But, like, really, when we have any kind of disagreements, you're like, I just trust you. Let's just do that then. And I'm like trying to compliment. I'm not trying to toot my horn. Yeah. You've always been like, I'm going to submit to you.
I'm just trying to think of a disagreement.
Yeah, you've been like, I'm going to submit to you, which we rarely disagree. But, like, if it's a financial decision or bills or anything, you're just like, I'm going to submit to what you think because you're the leader. Like, you're the priest of the home. So that's been something that's like removed a lot of tension. Yeah, don't try to like
fight your.
Yeah, she doesn't fight and be like, this is what we're gonna do and it's my way or no way. It's just like, okay, you're the leader of the house, you're the priest, and we're gonna do what you say to do. Even with like conviction, like I'm very like, I'm very stricter like on everything, on like movies. I'm up in my kid's business. Like, what are you watching on your iPad? So I'm always like, and Alyssa
I'm kind of lenient.
Yeah, she's more lenient in some things, and not like in a bad way. But I'm just like, this is what we're doing. You're like, well, I don't think it's a big deal. I'm like, well, I think it is. Yeah. Like, they're not watching this.
So then I go with it.
Yeah. So she's like,
things
okay.
Like that, yeah.
And we've said like in front of our kids, we need to make sure we agree on these things. Like, I told her that before. Like, don't fight me in front of the kids on like a movie. Like, well, it's not that bad. It's like, no, we're not watching it. Yeah. So that's where I've said you've submitted and been like really godly, where I don't have to ever like my friends complain about their wives. I'm like, I literally have nothing to complain about. Like it's been super, super amazing. So we have Justice. Tell us a little bit about then Journey. What happened with Journey? Because that was a big deal. That was where I would say like years went by. Journey 6. Yeah. So Journey 6 and a lot of the stuff you went through. That you dealt with like anxiety, depression, which we'll talk about. Yeah. Started with Journey and we'll talk about that too. But go ahead and tell us like you're pregnant with Journey and what happened.
Like in the hospital?
Yeah. Like tell us that whole how it started with the whole. You guys, this will make sense in a second.
Crying.
This will make sense in a second.
I'm gonna start crying.
You want me to tell, and then you can take over?
No.
Okay.
Okay, maybe.
Okay.
You might have to do it.
So she has Journey in the hospital. I get the night Journey's born, our second daughter, which I have 4 girls, by the way. So I'll shout out to all you girl dads. I get extremely sick, like a stomach flu or something, which was all God, by the way. So I get extremely sick. We didn't know that, but I was extremely sick, throwing up nonstop, like in the hospital bathroom, not leaving. And
even the nurses were like, "You need to go home. Like you can't be here."
So, but the good thing was it didn't happen until right after Journey was born. So like I was fine. Journey was born, and then I was just throwing up nonstop for like hours. And Journey's born, amazing birth. It was like 15 minutes. She sneezed 3 times, and Journey came out. It was just like really, it was like super easy. She pushed like twice or something. Journey's healthy, born, all that amazing stuff. I'm throwing up nonstop, like And I didn't want to leave. I'm like, I'm not leaving the hospital, blah, 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 blah. And the doctor's like, you need to leave. You can't be in the hospital throwing up nonstop. You need to go home. So I ended up going home and I'm just super sick. Well, what happened was Jasmine, who's my cousin, who's a nurse. Was a night nurse. She came and stayed with Alyssa.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I'll stay. I'm supposed to be up anyway, so I'll stay.
So she stays with Alyssa. I'm at home. My daughter's just born, and Alyssa goes to sleep.
Yeah.
I would have been asleep. Like,
oh yeah,
we were both exhausted.
You would have been asleep.
I would have been dead asleep, and God knows I wouldn't have woke up if you didn't wake up.
No.
So, but all God. It was all God the way I had to go home. Like literally, I think God ordained all of it. Journey's in the bed. Like there's like the little thing, or Jasmine holding her. So Jasmine was holding her. Like what time? 2 in the morning?
The lights were off. It was 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Okay.
Which is crazy because I didn't know that like the first 6 hours are like really.
And she was a month early.
She was a month early. Yeah, are really crazy with like their lungs and their breathing. And the first 6 hours are like, they watch them, which nobody was watching her.
Yeah.
You know, there was no nurses in there.
Yeah.
So I'm sleeping. Jasmine's holding her, and Jasmine comes up to me. It was still dark out, and she was like, you know, she's making these weird sounds. Like, I don't know what's going on with her. So we just kind of flipped on a light and her whole face was blue, like a blue light. It was just blue. And her lips were like this purplish. And I just freak out. We hit the little button and like nurses come running in and they grab her and they leave for hours. So I'm calling you. I'm freaking out. I'm like,
I was still throwing up at that point.
I literally have no idea what's happening. I just know she was blue and she's gone, you know? In that time, you're talking about the demon or whatever. In that time before,
don't tell that part yet.
Oh,
but
okay.
Just tell like what happened with Journey. She ended up in the NICU.
She was in the NICU. They had to incubate her and get her heart going again, and they
used a CPAP.
The CPAP, and they actually popped her lung, and then they started putting air into her chest cavity, just getting her to breathe again. So it was like super traumatic.
Yeah, so she called me screaming, crying. Yeah. Of course, I was throwing up for like 10 hours straight. I was super sick. And so basically the doctor said, we're going to have to do like a surgery on her if the air doesn't clear up in one day. And he was a Christian doctor. And I remember he was like, you guys have like one day. So I posted, y'all remember this because she had tubes everywhere and she was in the NICU. I was like, everybody pray, send this. And it went around the world. Like I think it had like 600,000 views and like thousands of shares and some crazy numbers. And I basically went to God and was like, I've done all this for you. Like I was like, not mad at God, but I was like, I've seen miracles and the dead raised. You got to do this. And this is the first like health thing we've had in our family.
Yeah, it was like the first
to where it was like
really...
she could die from this.
Yeah, easy.
So I'm like, I've done all this. I'm like shaking my fist at God. I'm like, I was giving my resume. I'm like, you got to do this for me. You have to heal my daughter. If you don't do anything else, just do this. And then all that stuff happened. And then the next day, the doctor was basically like, she's fine. The air's gone. It's cleared up. There's not really a reason for it. It's just, we know it's a miracle, but they were like, we don't have to do surgery. She's going to be completely fine. She has no residual, none of that. And she had to be in the NICU for 12 days.
Yeah.
I have a good memory.
Yeah.
So 12.
I know. I'm like, wow.
12 days she was in the NICU. We went there every day and saw her. It was protocol. Nothing was wrong with her, but it was a protocol. They're like, we have to keep her.
Because she had the sleep apnea. So sleep apnea is automatic 5-day stay. So she had it twice.
She had to do like the car seat test and make sure she's breathing. So it was a complete miracle. Like Journey would have been, she's our miracle baby. She would have been dead if she's the best. But she would have been dead if Jasmine wasn't there. Jasmine was like her angel. And Jasmine's her Nina too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we made her the Nina.
Yeah, we're like, you're gonna have her if anything happens to us. So she was a miracle baby. All of that happened. And then the next few months, you went through like crazy anxiety, crazy depression. You were like in bed crying at night. Yeah, just completely traumatic, just completely like struggling. Talk a little about that, and then we'll talk about how that whole thing happened.
Yeah, I remember being in the hospital and I just felt this like trauma come over me. Like I knew it was spiritual, but I didn't even have a fight in me to like fight it. I just felt like I couldn't even think straight.
Yeah.
And then ever since then, it was like I couldn't do anything and I just felt like I had PTSD.
That was like your hormones, I remember.
Yeah. Because I just had a baby, but it was just, I just didn't feel like myself at all.
So it was super late at night. She was super going like, I don't know why I'm depressed. I don't know why I'm crying. And I literally told her, I was like, Alyssa, we have the best life ever. I was like,
he was trying to give me all the...
Yeah, the guy advice.
Advice.
No, but this is why. I was like, we have the best life ever. We're in like a amazing ministry. We have like financially, we're well off.
Yeah.
You know, we are traveling and stuff. I'm like, we literally have everything. We have the car we want. We have renting a house. I was like, we have a beautiful home. Like we literally have not one thing to why you should be depressed.
Yeah.
So then I said, it has to be spiritual. Like, if there's no reason why you're depressed or you have anxiety or this was like 3 months after or something like that. Like it was beyond your hormones.
Yeah.
I'm like, it has to be spiritual. And then this was late at night. I'll never forget this. You were like, I totally forgot to tell you something. I'm like, what? You're like, because I was saying, I think you should go for deliverance. I was like, I think you should go through deliverance prayer. And then you were like, I'll never forget. I forgot to tell you this. The night they took Journey, this is what you told me. Maybe you don't remember it clearly and maybe, but I remember this vividly.
Hospital.
You said a spirit, a demon had these like claws or was looking like a snake, was above
on the bed,
was above my bed and said, my name is, or I'm the spirit of trauma and I'm going to kill your daughter.
Yeah.
And from that experience of that trauma you went through of that spirit at the hospital, like saying that it was going to kill Journey, you started out with this whole thing.
They're always going to die.
Yeah,
it was
this whole thing you went through. But you spiraled from that moment. Like that trauma was the open door for the devil to come in. So I was like, hey, I want you to have some of the girls at church and John and a few people. Yeah. So you ended up meeting with John or some of the girls. I don't remember exactly, but you went through like deliverance prayer and literally you were dramatically different and have never gone through that since from that one thing. But the thing is, a lot of pastors' wives go through this and no one ever says anything. Yeah. It's just like, well, you're just depressed and anxious. When in reality, it's like, this is a spirit. This is spiritual. It wasn't your fault, but it did come. That spirit came through the trauma.
Life happened, and
you got deliverance through deliverance prayer, and then you were completely never gone through that since, right? And then you've had some health issues and stuff like that, but it was never what it was then, where you had that like, I don't want to get out of bed.
Not like with trauma. I mean, the anxiety and things like that.
From health stuff.
From the health stuff. Yeah. That was like really bad, but.
So we had our second kid, our third kid, our fourth kid, all girls.
All girls.
And what was it? And I know, we've been going like an hour and we're going to do the whole fun thing at the end and stuff like that, but it's been really, really good so far. You're doing awesome.
Thanks.
By the way, those of you are like, let her talk more. She asked me before, like, talk a lot so that I could not talk as much. So don't be up here judging me, being like, let your wife talk more. Because I see you in the chat and we just keep timing you out and you keep coming back. But, okay, so you went through that. You had that traumatic experience. You got delivered. You have now more kids. How is your spiritual life? And like, what are some of the struggles you went through as like a stay-at-home mom? Because you've been a stay-at-home mom
the entire time.
Yeah, you've always been a stay-at-home mom. But like feeling like, because you've come to me and like, I feel like I'm like not saved. I feel like I'm not reading. But
because in my head up until, lately, I thought that if I'm not reading Old Testament every single day and all these things that, which I know it's not the truth, but it's just hard to break it, that I wasn't saved and I'm not doing enough for God because I'm literally just sitting at home with the kids. And I'm like, I'm doing dishes and I'm taking them to school and I'm doing, food and all the messy stuff that I'm like, this is not glamorous. Like, this is not, I'm not traveling. Nobody's clapping for me. I'm not studying 12 hours a day. Like, I'm barely reading a scripture if I could even get that in. Yeah. So that was like
because you're 4 kids.
4 kids. And I'm like, he's traveling. I'm doing this like by myself. And it was like a lot of pressure and constantly feeling, really and
insignificant. Like a lot, and they're all going crazy because a lot of moms are here that are stay-at-home moms thinking that they're missing their calling or they're insignificant.
And it's easy when somebody tells you like, oh, you're doing what you're supposed to. You're in the will of God. It's easy to hear all those things, and I could tell somebody the same exact thing. But to actually be at home and be like, nobody really cares. Like my kids don't care about my walk with God now. They'll just drain me, and I'm trying to like literally survive.
And you felt like you had to live up to like Isaiah Saldivar's
wife.
Everybody.
This is my first time ever doing something like this. Yeah. And
in 3 years of doing live
in 3 years. And even all the times you started preaching, like everybody be like, oh, you're going to preach one day and you're going to do this.
Which, by the way, she's an amazing singer and you have sang on the worship team. Yes. Put the camera on her right there. You didn't want no one to know?
How dare you?
She's an amazing singer. See, she gets mad when I compliment her. Isn't that a beautiful marriage? She's an amazing singer. She sang on the worship team several times.
A handful.
No. And she could actually teach like crazy. You taught, hold on.
I don't even homeschool our kids.
Listen. Now she doesn't want any compliments. She taught one time at a Monday night meeting. Nino told you you're going to get up there and teach.
Yeah, he did.
Because Nino always pushes out of our comfort zone. And shout out to him because we wouldn't be where we are without that. Yeah. And she taught, I'll never forget the sermon on the parable of the talents.
You remember it?
Yes. And she taught, and her mom could teach like crazy too. Yeah. Your mom's an amazing Bible teacher. But she taught, maybe tonight will be a start of you doing stuff. Like
Let's not start to prophesy. Let's
and
not.
preaching and teaching. Seriously. Because if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just saying she taught on the parable of the talents, and it was so good. Everybody that was there that's in the chat, and Cassandra, Roy Hale, Cherish, everyone's going to agree with me. Your mom, my mom, you taught super good on the parable of the talents. Yeah, you're like, don't bury your talent. Every one of you have a talent. It was so good. Yeah. I didn't even help you. I was like, what? So she could sing and she could preach and teach, but you haven't had a desire to. You want to be in the background.
Well, I do. And I felt like just because the season we're in our life, when people would tell me, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Oh, you need to preach next to your husband. And I'm like, okay, until God tells me to do that, I don't feel like that's my season to do that. Because imagine if we were both trying to preach. Like even today was so stressful.
Yeah, all day.
I had to have
I'm
my
like, this
mom.
Is how I always feel.
I had to have his mom, my mom. Like I yelled at my kid and she started crying. She's like, can you just paint my nails? I'm like, no, I'm stressed. Like I can't do that. Like I have to be legit with my kids, and I can't ignore them because I'm like, oh, I have to read my Bible and do all this stuff. So I think a season, that's definitely a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
But I think the last 10 years, my season has been background and holding down the house and being with the kids and doing all that other stuff. So maybe there will come a time when I do all that.
And she's an incredible writer too.
Oh, here we go.
Yes. She has a blog you can find and search. She has an amazing blog that has crazy amount of views. She's going to write a book. She's an awesome author.
I won't tell you
I just
the name,
prophesied. I just an awesome author.
Oh, thanks.
But she's an awesome writer.
Maybe I'll write my book before you do.
She probably will, honestly. So Charisma, if you're listening, stop hitting me up and hit my wife up. Seriously though, she's an amazing writer. She's written blogs and she's super talented at like everything and decorating and taking care of the kids. And our kids are always, she helped with the whole set. And our kids are always just not, some of you like, oh, that's vain. You guys can go watch another stream. But kids are always dressed and bathed and everything's clean. The house together and fed. And like, you're an incredible wife and exactly what I need for what I'm doing. Like 100%, seriously. So I can't say that enough. So for kids, I will say as we go into, we're going to do the fun part where we do the fast food and we're going to laugh and talk and read the donations and all that. But I want to wrap some of it up with, you go through that, you get deliverance, having kids, staying at home. I would say, you could disagree with me, that you are right now probably the most spiritually healthy you've ever been in your life. Right now, 2023. Is that what it is? January 2020. How old am I, by the way? 31? How old are you?
30.
Okay, I don't ever know how old
What's
I
our
am.
kids' birthdays?
I don't know.
Ooh,
okay, come on.
What's a kid's birthdays?
So listen, so you're the most spiritually hungry, hungry and on fire you've ever been. Why do you think that is? And also answer that. And then I also want to ask you, what do you think about me streaming when I said, hey, I'm going to go live stream. I'm going to start live streaming instead of doing the conventional church. And did you think I was crazy? Were you excited?
You're crazy.
Like talk about that too. Both of those things.
Why I
Yeah. First, talk about what your thoughts were from going from full-time traveling to once a month only and being home and streaming. Like, what do you think about that? And then go into the whole, like, why are you so spiritually healthy?
I mean, you're not traveling, but you're still busy. So I think there's like a difference.
I'm busy at home.
Yeah, there's a difference. People think that like streaming, you're just sitting at home, which it's not. I mean, you're still really busy. You're still studying all the time. You're still doing phone calls and you're still doing a bunch of stuff. So you're still kind of in a sense like not there and working, but it is so much nicer to have you home.
Because I'm doing it at home.
Yeah,
I can do it on the couch.
Yeah, I mean, you just come out of your office and we can do dinner. You can like put the kids to bed, which I usually leave a couple.
Which by the way, let me just go and toot my own horn since you did it. I put the kids to bed a lot.
I said I leave a couple out for you.
No, you leave all of them out for me. When I come out of my stream, you're in bed and they're all running around with like stuff on their face and diapers not changed. That's cool. But I get off the stream, brush their teeth.
Most of the time I take two little ones.
But you do, if I'm here or something, you do. You've been putting I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying I put them to bed, I brush their teeth.
I leave them
I pray
for
with
you.
them. Yeah, I do. So I'm very, and
You're very hands-on.
Yeah, I clean, I do stuff. Like I pride myself in that I'm very, very involved. I'm like absolutely obsessed with my kids. Like we actually raise our kids. We're not just like, oh, we're going to hire someone to raise them. I'm super involved, probably more than, because I'm home and I'm not tooting my own horn, but more than like a lot of dads I know. Cause I'm like, these are my kids. I helped make them. I'm going to change their diaper, like all that stuff, So
brush their teeth.
Yeah. Brush their teeth, do all the stuff, take them to the dentist, do the appointments, and I do all the bills and that. So I do a lot of that side too. It's just, like you're a lot of times with them and I'm not.
with them all the time.
Especially building the studio. Like I've literally been 12 hours a day for 2 weeks. 9 a.m. I get here.
And
I get home at 10
it's cool
p.m.
that we even like I've been here too, and we've been bringing them.
And the kids have been here.
They have like a little playroom in here.
Yeah, it's been amazing involving them. So what were we talking about? Okay, so you were talking about being home. You love me being home.
I love you being home.
And not traveling and streaming. Even when I travel, you're like, why are you traveling again?
It's a really nice season.
Yeah, it's good. And now,
I'm the most spiritually healthy I've been.
Why do you think that is? And what are you going through now that you're so on fire?
I think I got to a point where I was really tired of feeling bad about myself. How many times? Spiritually. I would cry to him so often.
And then say, don't preach to me.
I would cry and I would sob and I'd be like, every time I opened, I don't know why it was like the Old Testament for me. I would open the Old Testament and nothing made sense and everything was and I was just crying. And I'm like, I can't even be a Christian if I'm not reading the Old Testament, and I'm not reading my Bible. I haven't picked up my Bible in weeks. Like, it was just so much condemnation on myself. And you would do your whole preaching thing. And then I would get annoyed and I'd be like, don't preach to me. You don't understand. You get to lock your door and go study for hours. Like, I don't get to lock any door and study for hours. So that was that. But I just really wanted to prove, I think, to myself that I could do the hard things and do things that made me really uncomfortable, like stuff like this.
Yes. This is like, people don't know how huge this is.
This is huge. This is
for her to be on here, 5,000 people on here live.
The most.
No retakes, no recordings.
Anxiety. I've never done this in my life. I never wanted to do this.
But you feel good right now? You feel comfortable right now? Well, I mean, how do you feel doing this?
I'm here.
You feel good though.
Yeah.
You feel like, no, you love this. I can tell. I can see it in your eyes. I can see these lights shining off of your eyes back at me. You have literally bar lights in your eyes right now. You love it.
You just love the bar lights.
You're doing amazing.
Thanks.
Everybody in the chat is saying great things. We've only had to ban a few people, and it wasn't about you. It was about me. They're just talking about me. That's it. No one said anything bad about you. They love you. And that's another thing is like comments. You struggle with like comments.
Oh my gosh.
I literally tell her don't read comments.
I mean,
some of y'all out there are just crazy.
I struggle with comments about you. I struggle with comments about me. Yeah. Like, he banned me from even looking at the comments.
Yeah, don't let her read any comments on any of our stuff.
Because I'd be like, they're making fun of you.
Takes it to
and
heart.
They're so mean to you and they're calling you fake.
Not our people, not our community.
No, but
like the Heresy Hunter
videos about you. And I'm like, they don't know
crazy.
anything about you. And they're saying all this stuff. People making fun of me. I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're doing good now though.
Thanks. But I'm not a big internet person and social media, and
you're not an influencer.
I'm not an influencer. I barely post. I don't even have a TikTok. I've never been on my life.
Don't download it. Okay, so let me say why you're so on fire now, and then we'll talk about
my
this.
Bible?
Yes.
Yes,
she has
it's
been
my Bible.
90. You said 100, but you're doing it less than 90.
Yeah.
She's reading the whole Bible right now with 4 kids, ladies, just in 90 days, less than 90 days.
My plan was 100 days, and then I just
the whole Bible, Old Testament too.
Old Testament.
She's going to overcome the Old Testament.
I'm going to pretty soon, actually. I'm almost done with it.
So she's been hours a day, at night, in the morning.
I got this
I'm super proud of you because it's a lot of work. She literally has a grandma book light that she puts around her neck,
and like I put
lights
the 2
up the
kids
whole
to
room.
sleep. They like lay next to me. And I just read my Bible, and I just try and like get through a book. And
you've been doing it hours a day.
I'm at 83 days now.
Okay, so I will say that is, and this is not me preaching to you, but it is. That's directly related to why you feel so amazing and why you feel so spiritual and why
I think so.
Like reading the Bible that much. I remember when I did that similar thing.
You did 30 days.
Okay, well I was going to say that. I'm all right. I was trying to be humble. No, but when I did the Bible in 30 days, I felt amazing every single day. I was reading the Bible 3 hours a day. And it's like you're spiritually healthy when you do that. So that's been life-changing for you because you've been reading literally hours a day.
Yeah.
No excuses in between
kids
and picking up
I
and
literally
going to
had
this
a kid laying on me here. I had the dog here, a Bible on top of me. And I'm like just trying to read and read and read.
So you're doing the Bible in 90 days.
90 days.
And if you can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
And you are on fire.
Yeah.
We've been married for how long?
10.5 years.
4 kids.
Yeah.
The question everybody wants to know, and then I'll let you any closing
Another
remarks,
kid?
and then
Is
we're
that
gonna
the
do our fast
question?
food. Don't leave, by the way, because we're gonna have fun and laugh. If you want to laugh, if you don't like laughing, you shouldn't stay any longer. But if you like to laugh, we're gonna have some fun after here. But we've been like an hour on your testimony. It's been amazing. You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
We didn't even use our notes. I'm just trying to flow with it here. But I just lost my train of thought. What were we saying? Any closing remark? Oh no, this one. Hold on. I know what I was gonna say. The question is, will there be a number 5? That's what the crowd wants to know.
It's the same thing with doing stuff like this. I never want to say never because I don't know God's plan.
What did you tell me the other week? Should we leak it here to 5,000 people watching?
What did I say?
I don't remember. Were you saying like we need a baby? Let's make a baby.
I always say that.
You always say let's make a baby?
Not let's make. I always say I need a baby.
Oh, excuse me. There's kids watching.
I didn't say that.
You always say what?
I need a baby. I say that all the time.
Well,
but like as a joke, not like I need a baby.
The other day, you were like, if we're going to have a baby,
I did. I told you. I said, you already ruined my 2-year thing. They're all under 2 years, and now Nova's 2.5. So
you want to have another baby?
I don't know.
Is Nova our last baby? Do you look at her and say she's the final protege? She's the final one.
I feel like she is, but I also don't know God's plan.
That's a good, wow, you're so spiritual. Look at all the people in the chat.
Well,
like, wow,
I don't want to be like, okay, that's my last one. And then we have a kid or we adopt or something. And then
we want to adopt though.
We do want to adopt. Yeah.
But we also want to have more kids.
But like also this, I said I would never do this.
Yeah.
How many times did I say I would never do this?
So we're going to have more kids. So look out for the number 5 announcement coming soon. Do we have an announcement to make tonight about it?
No.
Do we have?
He's all talk. Aren't you all talk?
I am.
I'm
not gonna lie.
Talk.
The other day she's like, let's have a baby, but she said it differently. I won't say it on stream. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready right now. I don't know if I'm ready for like a little baby right now with like how busy things are.
I think honestly,
I love kids. Though. I want 10 on.
Maybe
I want a whole
I'm in the
landscaping.
best part
My
of
goal is to
life
have a whole landscaping company.
because the kids aren't little.
What'd you say?
Maybe I'm in the best part because I don't have a newborn.
No, you could read with a newborn. Newborn sleep a lot. You can still read your Bible.
Oh my God.
I think we should celebrate ending your 90-day reading the Bible with a child. That'd be really fun.
I think that's a bad idea.
Do you want to tell them tonight? I mean, we're live. There's 5,000 people on here.
I am not.
You don't just.
No, 100%.
We're here live. There's 5,000 people.
I'm not.
You sure?
You really want a baby.
Okay. All right. Is there any closing remarks before we pray and then go into our fast food rating?
No.
And have fun?
I'm glad I did this.
Say it again.
I'm glad I did this and it's done.
Episode 128. We're going to pray. Father, we thank you so much for every single person watching, every single marriage, Lord. We pray tonight, Lord, that the marriages would be edified, that you would raise people up, that there would be godly marriages, and that your anointing, your fire would rest upon families. We pray, Holy Spirit, you'd fill our children, our family, our marriage. God, I pray we'd go from glory to glory. I pray for people watching this that are discouraged, that have unsaved husbands, unsaved kids, unsaved wives, that Lord, you would save them, that you would deliver them, that you would free them. I pray, Lord, that this would be a prophetic word tonight, a prophetic picture of what you can do in their marriages, how you can change, you can restore, you can heal. I just pray, Lord, right now that you would just bring peace, breakthrough, deliverance over families, over marriages, over children. And I just pray, Lord, you would touch every single person watching this broadcast. In your name we pray. Amen.
I'm going to start crying.
You guys can give right now. We're not done yet, by the way. The stream's just getting warmed up. We're still going to do our fast food ranking, which is going to be super fun. We're going to change gears. We're going to put on some music real low here. But you guys can give the links to give. We have some kids that need food.
Like, I don't know if
what are you crying for? Did you get full of the Holy Spirit right now? Are you getting breakthrough and deliverance?
No, I just can't believe I did that.
You can't believe you did it.
I can't believe I did
You did it. Live on the internet forever for our grandkids to watch in 4K recorded at 70,000 kilobits a second. You did it. Give her a 1 in the chat, chat. Chat, give her a 1 in the chat. Someone said, I see ankles. No, I'm wearing socks. You can't see my ankles. Give her a 1. She did it. Look at she thought she'd never do it. She told her testimony. You went in a whole hour.
Pregnant hormones.
You did an hour and 20 minutes
it's not
too.
Pregnant hormones.
You did good an hour and 20 minutes. She thought I was gonna. So one of the reasons why she didn't want to do it, she thought I was gonna say, tell us your testimony and leave her alone and not talk. But I was like, I'm gonna talk with you. I'm gonna like work you through it, and we did amazing. Yeah. It went good.
Good.
I was nervous too. I was like, I don't have any notes or scriptures ready. I'm like, but it flowed good.
So you could do this. Yeah.
It went good. Okay. Type in the chat 1 if you think she did amazing. And also, we have 4 kids at home. So donate to the ministry, donate to what we're doing. 4 starving kids that your money goes and helps support. Really, though, this studio was
our labor of love.
It was our labor of love to you guys to build this community. Why did the chat freeze? Oh, because they're all typing so fast. It's all good, Nico. It does that when they all type so fast. This was a labor of love, the studio. It was double what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So we actually do need your financial support. We joke about it. We're not kidding though. We really do need you guys' support. We have monthly donation you can give to in the description. We have pinned comments. We're going to read the donations after the fast food ranking because we want to give you guys time to give and partner. And, I want to bless my guest tonight. I want to sow into her financially. I want to send her a love offering. So help us tonight.
You take me shopping?
Help us. Yeah. If you want, you can try to exit out and open it back up. But if not, it's cool. It just freezes when too many people type 1. Are we still live?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Our chat froze. But yeah, we got you guys. We're still there. Actually, we don't probably even need the chat on because we're going to do the ranking. So hopefully it comes back. I'll look on YouTube right now. Our chat's gone, but we're going to do our fast food ranking while he sets this up. Let me check that YouTube's still live because we can't see it here. We're gone here. So let's see. We're going to hang out here. 4,000 on YouTube. Wow. Yeah, we're still live. They're typing 1. 4,000 watching still. My voice sounds so deep in this mic. I like this.
I don't even want to hear mine.
I sound like a real boy. Okay. Let's see. Once you guys can see the fast food ranking on screen, we're going to jump into this. And you can see it clear, Alyssa, right?
Yeah.
You're good?
Are you talking about my vision?
I think I'm muted now. Yeah, my mic's off. Oh, we didn't add it? There we go. We're back. Hilarious. We're going to rank fast food here together and have some fun. And I'm going to make her, hopefully at some point we'll get like a pig squeal because that's usually how she laughs. But if there's no pig squeal, I'm going to be kind of disappointed, just so you know. These cameras look so good.
Really?
Yeah, like all this work and time and stuff was like really worth it.
So I could see.
Let's see. Yeah, 2K. We're doing 2K, guys, because 4K you guys said was too laggy and skippy. But the 2K looks really good. Really, really good. Oh, the chat's back. Okay, we're back with the chat. You could probably move her over to Nico a little bit. The screen. You know what I mean? My brother's a legend over here. He's the one that taught me to stream, by the way. Oh, the chat's on there. We'll get it fixed. Chat's on screen. I have my little mouse thing I'm going to try to use. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, you could just click that screen. You could take the chat off. It's all good. There you go. The food ranking's up now. Because if not, they're going to see the chat. You know what I mean? Unless you want to make it really small, like in the bottom columns. Sit regular, Alyssa. You're out of frame. How's that? Good. We did all the frames, guys, before, but now we're doing. Okay, are you ready?
I was gonna put on chapstick. But yeah.
So here's the reason why we're doing this, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me do an official announcement, okay?
Official announcement.
Are you recording? Let me do an official announcement. Okay, tell me when, and we're gonna do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have my beautiful wife of 10 years, 4 kids she has had for our family and beautiful family. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today doing our 2023 fast food ranking tier list, and my wife's gonna be doing it because when I did it last time, when I did it, she said I did a terrible list, and she was texting me the whole time.
Yeah.
So here we are.
This is why you did a terrible list, because you don't like anything besides meat, cheese, and sauce.
Wait, what? I got my little remote here that you guys can probably see.
So you left out all the other stuff.
So you know what, Nico? Why don't you just do it with the mouse? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, he's gonna do it. We're gonna not mention. All right, here we go. We're gonna ask you what you get there, what you like.
What if I've never been there?
If you never been there, we're gonna go to never had.
Okay, because I've never been to Arby's.
And just make sure our chat stays healthy. Let me know if the chat's going.
I've never been to Arby's.
Okay, or you can make it tiny. I mean, it's up to you. It's cool.
Have you been to Arby's? If you want to make
it tiny at the bottom, let's see if we can get the chat tiny at the bottom. Yeah. Real small, real small. Right there. That's good. Cute couple. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. If you don't eat fast food, then I'm sorry to tell you, but you can just stay for the laughs and judge us all you want.
You know what we should do is what's better on DoorDash.
Oh, you know what, dude? I didn't put stay on top, so it's not going to work. You're going to have to go to settings if you want. It's okay. What do you think? I didn't put stay on top. Okay. We'll edit this out. No worries. All right. Arby's is the first one.
I've never been there.
Never had. Okay. Put that in the never had category.
I've never had a lot of the whole top row besides Burger King.
Okay. Baja Fresh.
Never
You've had Baja Fresh? Never?
No.
I think I've had it one time.
Was it good?
I'm scared.
Isn't it like a bad Chipotle?
Yeah, I think those of you that work there, we're not even going to look at the comments here because, so many people work there. But Baja Fresh, you guys can rank them in the comments as well.
Well, you need to rank them too. Because you probably went to way more restaurants than I have.
I have, but I've already ranked all these. I have a video of these. We're going to give Baja Fresh a never had.
Yeah.
Never had. Everyone in the chat is saying never had.
Does anybody go to those places?
No, I don't think so. Blimpie, never had. Blimpies I never had.
Nico put the blast.
Bojangles. Have you ever had Bojangles chicken? Okay. We live in California.
I don't travel.
So a lot of these places we've never had. Okay, so put Bojangles in the never had category.
Oh,
Some of you guys like Bojangles. Nope, never had. Actually, look at the chat. A lot of these people in the chat have never had. Yeah, they've never had Bojangles. Never had. Okay.
I never had. Is that Boston Market?
Never I think I've had it once. That's a never had.
Is it good?
All right, our first controversial pick. That's a never had is Burger King.
Okay. I need to say for the record.
No. Burger King. Sorry, I keep putting my leg up, but does that look weird? Does this look weird on camera? Let me see. How does my leg look? Does it look weird
how
like
I'm
this?
sitting.
I don't think they can even see my leg on camera. Burger King
for
is
the record,
absolutely, no doubt, F tier.
I don't think it's the best food ever.
You love Alyssa.
I love the memories of it.
You love Burger King.
I mean, I do like their fries.
You love Burger King. You'd eat it every day if you could.
I mean,
What do you order at Burger King?
the Whopper Jr.
You order a Whopper Jr. Now, let's tell them why you love Burger King so much.
Because when I grew up, that's all we went to.
It's nostalgic because her dad built Burger Kings.
Yeah, we were little kids playing. And so that's why I don't think it's like the most amazing food.
Burger King is literally always cold. Every single time. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know why Burger King cooks your food and then puts it in a refrigerator for 5 minutes.
Tonight.
I'm not kidding. They put it in the fridge and then they hand it to you. It's freezing every time.
No.
I have tried so many things.
You're
I've tried
lying.
the chicken fries. I've tried the regular fries. I've tried the Whopper Jr., Whopper Mega, Whopper Daddy Burger. But but this is your tier list. I would put in the F tier. Where would you put it?
I would put C.
Really?
What?
I feel like you'd put it in the B tier.
I mean, we
You
could
literally
put it in
love
the
Burger
B.
King. The best is like A tier, so don't do that unless it's like you love it.
no.
Okay, it's a B for you. It's a B for you. Okay,
Mostly for the memories.
Cane's Chicken. What do you think about that? We just had one open in our area.
Nico!
Take that out of the best tier. Nico says S tier, the best.
The only person I've really seen eat Cane's would be Nico.
Yeah, what do you think about Cane's? Do you like the Cane sauce?
No.
To me, listen, here's the thing. Let me preach about Cane's. If you only have chicken, it has to be amazing. That's all they have. And it's not like next level, change your life. And if you don't like the Cane sauce, there's no reason to go there. It's overrated to me. What do you think about Cane's?
I've had it one time.
Did you like it?
No.
I felt like it was drier than the American church.
Yeah. I didn't like it. I would say like F. Like
Okay.
It wasn't disgusting.
She
What?
Put it, my brother's dying over here. She put, what's the chat? The chat is going crazy right now.
Are they mad?
They all saying never had. Overrated.
Oh, see, they like me.
She just put Mike Signorelli in the chat. He said, laugh out loud, all caps.
Did you tell Mike that I wore brand new socks
Mike,
for him?
she put brand new socks on to vindicate your dirty socks. She made a comeback for you.
I was like, I have to wear brand new ones.
Okay. Carl's Jr.
Okay.
Go ahead. You talk. Get a little closer to the mic. Talk to the people because they say I talk too much.
It's a B. You know why it's not the best? Because it's expensive.
Okay, but let's remember this. B is right below the best. So like the best, I should have made another tier. Okay, so B's like top notch, but
It's
not
good.
like not top.
You think it's not good?
I would put Carl's Jr. in the F tier. It's so expensive, dude. It's so expensive.
Well, that's why I gave it a B, because the price.
We still have 4,000 people on YouTube. This is crazy. Carl's Jr. chat. What do you think about Carl's Jr.?
What are you going to do if people start liking me more than you?
Never had. I hope they like you more than me. I want you to stream more with me. No. C. They're all putting it in C. We should have put an A and then an S tier. It's all good though. We'll do it another time because B is like an A. Think of B as like A, and then the best is like top, like S tier. So I would. Do
you want me to move Carl's Jr. to an C?
I would move it to an F.
No,
put
we'll
it to
do
a C. It's a C. It's a C.
You can't put it.
You can't put it equal with Burger King because you don't like it that much. The kids like the
chicken stars.
Yeah. A lot of people never have.
I've never had A and W.
Everyone's saying F, it's too greasy. Carl's Jr. literally, like, you won't be able to pay rent after you get Carl's Jr.
I had A and W.
Yeah, we never had. No.
I don't.
Oh wait, you have ate there. She says once.
I don't know.
So
Stevie says I ate there.
F tier. It didn't change your life.
Was it bad?
F?
What was it? It was bad. She said
F.
F.
It was F. Sorry to all of you that work there. Don't get offended either.
What is that?
Checkers. We've never had that.
I never had that.
Never had Checkers. Let's just hold on.
The
Let's take a moment.
Is here.
This is not the Lord's chicken. This is Chick-fil-A.
Put it in the best, Nico.
What is Chick-fil-A to you?
This is the best. They're Dr. Pepper with the little eyes.
Preach, girl.
My goodness, it's so good.
So
Their sauce.
Hold on. So you put Chick-fil-A in the best tier because because the Dr. Pepper, I quote, with the little ice.
Yes.
The Dr. Pepper with the little ice.
Yes. Just like the gas station that Stevie brought my soda with the little ice.
Okay, so you would say Chick-fil-A is the best because the Dr. Pepper with the little ice.
Yes.
Just making sure. Not the chicken, not the sauce.
Yes.
But
their Dr. Pepper's not as good as McDonald's. This is a little bit sus
if you ask me. What?
Their Dr. Pepper's not as good as McDonald's.
Okay, so Chick-fil-A is the best. You're very interesting with your rankings.
This is how I felt about yours.
It's your tier list. It's your tier list. Chick-fil-A is a C for me. Is a C.
Yeah, I would say like D or C.
Chipotle?
Yeah.
I think Chipotle is a C, but you say a D?
I would say like D.
No, it's not terrible, but you don't like it.
I don't like it.
And also, I say this every time.
He gets it all the time.
But why does Chipotle have so much fat in their steak? I don't understand
eat their
it.
steak.
I say it every time. You guys have heard me say it. But yeah,
it's
the
just
fat.
It's not good to me.
It's not the way.
It's not the way.
Chipotle, you're too expensive and there's too much fat in your steak.
I never had Church's.
Church's chicken, never had.
I never had.
Cookout? Cookout is really good.
I never had that.
She's never had it. Do we have room? Yeah, we do. Cool. I was hoping that wouldn't mess us up.
This is
Culver's.
sad that I haven't had these many
Culver's
things.
goes right to the S tier,
What
the
is
best.
Culver's?
You've never had it, but it's amazing. Can I get some love? Well, this is not my ranking, so we can't put it there. But can I get some love for Culver's in the chat? Culver's never fails. They have everything you can think.
What is it?
It's just like American amazing. It's just like everything you would ever
Where
want.
do you have it
Name
at?
one thing that's good.
Spaghetti.
Oh.
Oh.
Spaghetti. I mean like
It's
American.
a fast food? I thought it was like a restaurant.
No, it's fast food, not spaghetti, like American fast food. You got to stay in frame. You got to sit up. You keep jumping out of frame. You got to laugh right there so they can see you laugh. Yeah, laugh right there. Don't move from right there. They want to see you laugh. You're falling out of frame.
You just told me to name food that was good.
Culver's is so good.
Okay, what do they sell?
They sell like burgers and like patty melts and like chicken tenders and good ice cream and tons of different. They're just like good fish, like fish and chips, just like everything good
fish
American.
At fast food.
Everything good about America.
I would never
they sell.
eat fish at fast food.
Okay, Culver's. She said spaghetti. That was the last thing I was thinking you were gonna say. Okay, so no, never had Del Taco.
I love Del Taco.
hate Del Taco.
It's the best.
Oh, I feel sick
Put it
inside.
the best. Everything about it. Put
What?
the best.
Why would you put Del?
Are
this
you
is
kidding
drastically
me?
different from mine.
I know. Del Taco's so good. First of all, it's pretty cheap. Second, the deluxe chili cheddar fries. So good.
Go ahead and just expose yourself here. The deluxe chili cheddar fries. If you want to be using the restroom all night, then yes. But otherwise, no, we don't. Okay, she loves Del Taco.
I love it.
Every single day, I'm like, what should we eat? Like, let's get Del Taco.
That's good. Even
No.
Justice, I got it yesterday, and she was like,
Yeah,
I hate this.
Pull it a little closer. A little closer. You got this.
This
We're teaching you.
mic.
We're teaching you. A little closer. Okay, Denny's.
Is that better?
Denny's is the friend that's always there for you at any time.
It's open.
Denny's is always open, never leave you nor
The
forsake
food quality
you.
is not very good.
I mean, it's low quality.
It's very low
but it's always
quality.
open, so you know you gotta.
Nico
you gotta
surprised
appreciate,
me.
You gotta appreciate. No. What do you think? I
D.
say it's
I would
C-tier.
say
D. Okay.
D.
It's yours. Domino's
Domino's.
Pizza, $5 mediums.
It's good. B. It's definitely
We
a
used
B.
to hate Domino's until we started ordering the medium pan dish.
Yeah.
And we like it, so that's it. That's a B tier.
I wish we could get it now, but it doesn't get
Dairy Queen.
delivered. F. I mean, do they even have anything besides ice cream? Blizzard. Stevie's freaking out. Her
They have good
Blizzard.
ice cream. If you rate their ice cream,
I
I'd
don't
give
like
them a
ice
C.
cream.
Okay, she doesn't like ice cream. El Polo Loco.
D. No, C. C.
We
C.
just had it. Wasn't that
They're
bad?
C. Yeah, they're
Okay,
C.
C. They're not bad. We had the stuffed quesadillos. It was good.
You had that. I
Yeah,
had the
it's good.
nachos.
Firehouse subs.
I never had it.
Never had. Someone said
Five
pretty
Guys
dry.
is really good, but they're really expensive. Like their hot dog for Justice is like $9.
And she wants two
And
of
she
them.
wants two.
I'm like, girl, you ain't an you ain't an $18 kids meal. She wants two hot
Does
dogs
she
for
get two,
$18. Last time she didn't. I put my foot down. I was like, we ain't spending
He
$18
did.
on two hot
And then
dogs.
she cried. I just wanted
I'll
to.
microwave you one later. Five Guys, I've been getting the thing I saw online. It's like a grilled cheese with with meat in it, and it's like an
Yeah.
upside down cheese bun or something. It's really good. But other than that, Five Guys is
Well, that's
way
what I
too
said in the
expensive.
beginning. You only like meat, cheese, and sauces.
Yeah, I'm very plain. But what do
Picky.
you
He's
get at Five
picky.
Guys? Come on, chat. Where are you at? What's the Five
let's
Guys?
do B. It's a B.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty high.
It's
that's
really
right
good.
that's right below the
fries,
best.
they give you a bunch of fries.
Their fries are
Besides
good.
the price, it's good.
Yeah. Well, good thing you married a YouTuber. Okay. What about IHOP? What do you think about IHOP?
It's by Denny's.
It's the same thing. They're always
Yeah.
there for you. Good. They have good
In-N-Out's
pancakes.
the best. The best there ever is.
In-N-Out. This girl, I'm gonna just go ahead and say
Every
it. This
day.
girl will
I'm just
literally,
kidding.
she would eat In-N-Out.
I would.
I'm burnt out. I'm a C tier. But she would eat In-N-Out
Yeah.
every single day.
When
if
I
she
pick up the
could.
kids from school, that's like our
What do you
thing.
order from In-N-Out?
A double and a cheese fry.
You're obsessed.
I'm obsessed.
And you eat every single time
When
the
I
same thing. The
especially-
same thing is you eat
yeah.
70% and then you
No.
eat. You finish your food?
I finish it.
Really?
Yeah, and I share my cheese fries with Novi.
You eat one bite out of the cheese fries every
No.
time. Really?
You're lying.
I've never seen you finish your food.
I love In-N-Out.
You're like Carl. You pick at your food like a little bird.
And when I'm pregnant, I eat In-N-Out every single day.
She does love
I
In-N-Out.
do.
In-N-Out's pretty wholesome. I mean, they have fresh ingredients. It's burger. It's not
always
healthy.
good. It
It's not
always
healthy.
tastes the
This
same.
is not a healthy
It's
tier list for all
always
you that are like,
good.
oh, that's not vegan. Guys, we're not doing a healthy tier list. This is like literally fast food. So if you're, a keto
Are people
bandito.
mad? Are you
this
reading
is
the
not-
comments?
No, they're not mad. But all the keto banditos, Pastor Mike, this is not for you. I don't have to tell you. You guys just laugh at us how
Poor
we
Pastor
eat
Mike.
sometimes. Jack in the Box. You like Jack in the Box.
Okay, their breakfast sandwich at 10 p.m.
Their breakfast what?
sandwich.
Their The mic needs to be closer.
No.
Say it in the mic. The what?
No, you're making fun
No,
of me.
I'm not. What did you say? I couldn't hear you good.
Breakfast sandwich.
The breakfast sandwich? Did you say sandwich? Did you just say... There's someone in the chat called Sam. Did you just say sandwich?
Sandwich.
Say it again.
Okay.
I literally can't hear you.
Breakfast sandwich.
What?
I don't know why you're making...
Okay, well, she loves the breakfast sandwich. She loves the breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
Sandwich. I won't even tell you. I'm not going to be rude and like make fun of you because I won't tell you what she orders on the breakfast sandwich because you guys will make fun of her. But let's just say.
How is that making fun? It's egg and cheese.
She literally. Can I just say what you order?
Yeah, go ahead.
She orders a breakfast jack.
No ham.
Which is only egg, cheese, and ham.
No
Only.
ham.
No ham.
Yeah.
And extra cheese.
Yeah. It's delicious.
You don't think that's a bit weird?
All the kids love it.
It's literally just 2 pieces of cheese with egg in it.
Okay, what do you get?
I get the grilled breakfast sandwich, the deluxe one. Sometimes I get tacos if I'm feeling really unsaved.
Disgusting.
And sometimes
he eats their
I get
tacos.
the churros like you get.
They're disgusting.
Sometimes I get the curly fries with ranch. I get normal stuff.
No, but you like add
But
extra.
the tacos do look like a diaper when you open them. They do look like a diaper. I'm not gonna lie, they look like a diaper. Jack in the Box, you know
even
it.
Harvey went to eat
They're
one
like-
time and she was like, I can't eat this.
Yeah, when your kids can't eat it.
Yeah. No.
Everyone loves you. They're saying the egg and cheese sandwich is
It's
good.
so
Cassandra Hale
good.
said the 2 tacos with extra
okay,
sauce.
my egg and cheese sandwich is like
Hey.
$2.30.
It is cheap.
It's cheap.
Okay, Jack in the Box,
delicious.
I would give it a C.
C.
C tier. Okay, Jersey Mike's really good, but she's never had it.
I never had it.
Jimmy John's.
I never had any of those.
We have one close, but we don't go.
know
Jollibee,
what
I had
that
it in
is.
Philippines. The best. No, we've never had.
What is it?
KFC. Their famous bowls are pretty good.
Do they
That's
even
the only
make
good
them
thing
anymore?
there. But they're the same. They're
Anymore?
always their food's cold. It's like no one goes there, so the food just sits. And
yeah, I
they
like
cook
their
way
biscuits.
too much chicken.
Yeah, F.
And
I'm not a big
you
fan.
like their biscuits? Their
yeah,
biscuits
when
are
they
literally
give
like
you
eating
like the butter
sandpaper.
pack. I haven't had them in years.
It's literally a meme that people choke and die every year on
No,
their biscuits.
no.
Yes. Yes, their biscuits are drier than the church. Yes. The biscuits are dry. KFC, you're getting in the F tier because your food's always cold. Little Caesars, our kids love Little Caesars.
Yeah,
and
their
it's super
cheese
cheap.
stuff.
I don't like Little
crust.
Caesars. Little
C,
Caesars.
It's a C.
Yeah, it's
Only for the cheese stuffed crust.
Long John Silver's.
I've never been
Growing
there.
up, I loved it, but we don't have them anywhere out here. I think they went out of business. Sorry, Long John. McDonald's.
Here we
oh,
go.
don't even get me started.
Here we
You
go.
talk about
Here
McDonald's,
we
and I'll
go.
talk about my disdain for it.
McDonald's is the
is the
best.
bane of my existence.
You're switching though.
No,
You know you're switching.
First, hold on, let's
You're
just get straight.
switching.
What is the one place I hate that
McDonald's, but you are changing now.
I'm
You're
changing
eating
now
their
or I'm changing
breakfast?
on stream?
You're eating their breakfast.
Oh, like I'm changing to start
Yes,
liking it.
yes.
Okay.
You ate a quarter
Recently, I've liked their
pounder.
Egg McMuffins because we've been working at the studio and we've been getting
Yes,
McDonald's because it's
yes.
early in the morning and it's literally a minute away from the studio.
And their sweet tea for $1. A big large
But
sweet
I
tea.
absolutely hate everything else at McDonald's.
They have amazing soda. And
She
it's only
loves
$1.
McDonald's. McDonald's is terrible, guys. Let's
It's
just
the
be
best.
honest. Everybody in the chat hates it. Some of you like it. Our kids love it. I hate it though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like burger patties that are cat food, it's not that bad.
Well, I don't really eat
but
that.
What do you order from McDonald's?
I eat nuggets with the kids.
You eat McDonald's
And
nuggets?
fries.
So you've literally had probably like 90 different animals before. You know McDonald's nuggets are just like 20 different leftovers from animals all ground up in a thing. You know that, right? It literally is. Have you seen how they make the McDonald's
You're
nuggets?
literally talking about how you're
Is it
eating
true? Is that facts?
the
Nico,
tacos
Stevie,
from
is that
Jack in
facts?
the Box.
No?
That's
It's literally
no.
McDonald's. Guys, am I right? I think they grind up all the leftovers and they just throw it in the blender and it comes out like
Ew.
it literally comes out of this little tube looking like a hot dog. It just comes out like a pink
That's so
meat.
gross.
It is. It's the leftover body parts of all the food and stuff like that and the chickens
That's
and
gross.
stuff. I think I'm right about that. But the 13, someone said, what about the cookie pack? The 13.
Who got you started on that?
Brittany said you eat the double cheeseburgers. Tell her don't play.
too. I do.
She does. So you do eat the.
Well, yeah.
McDonald's is mystery meat. If you like it, it's fine. But
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I had it the other night. Pastor Mike and his daughter wanted it because we were after revival.
Because
And
it was
super
hot.
late.
It has to
Brittany
be
said
really hot.
You love them.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I
in the
had
mood for
McDonald's.
them.
I had a
Yeah.
quarter pounder I've never had before, and it was really hot. It was actually good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hungry right now. Okay, so McDonald's for her is the best. This is so different than mine. All of the ones on the best for her were in the F for me, but it's cool. It's diversity.
Because you know
Moe's?
why? You know
We don't
why?
even know
Is
about
you
Moe's.
get burned out. So it's like
I
you'll
do, I
like
do.
something
I have
and then
issues.
you'll eat it all the time and then you're like, I'm never eating there again.
I recently had Chinese food 8 days in a row because I found a Chinese
it was
spot
like
that was so
9.
good. Yeah, I have issues for sure. I don't eat, and when I do, I get burned out. So, yeah, I have issues. Cotton 4K. Noodles.
I've
never
never
had.
been there.
But
I don't like Panda.
Panda Express, she
No.
doesn't like it. I like Panda. Panda for me is like a C
I
tier.
love Panera.
You put Panda in the F tier?
Yeah.
You'll eat Panda. Your mom's probably crying right now.
I
Your
know,
mom
my
loves
parents
Panda.
love Panda. Okay, put
The
it
kids
in
are
the
probably
D.
Journey loves Panda.
Poor
My baby, I
Journey.
miss my kids.
She always asks for
Journey
Panda.
never gets Panda because no one else ever likes it. Papa
Where did
John's.
you put Panera?
I don't think I've ever had Papa John's.
I never had it.
People are saying F tier, but they're saying the word and they're going F Panda, and I'm like, people are cussing in the chat, but they're not. They're saying like F Panda.
Should I be
like
reading the
F-tier
comments?
Panda. That's okay. They're all just saying pretty much F to everything.
Oh.
Panera.
Okay.
Panera, you love Panera.
I love Panera.
What do you-
C.
What do you get at Panera? I love Panera. C. What?
Because the bagels. And my
Because the what?
and
the bagels.
my tuna sandwich.
Oh, dude, she ordered this tuna. Tuna. First of all, tuna should be illegal in most states, but she orders the tuna
Their
sandwich.
tuna sandwich
Stay
is
away
so
from me,
good.
50 feet. It smells
He gets
so
so
bad.
disgusted.
I hate the smell of tuna.
It's so good.
So is it B or C? You can't say you love it and then go C.
Okay, B. It's so good.
Yeah, their bagels are good.
Can I sit
Papa
like
John's,
this?
I've never been. Yeah, that's fine. I think you're good. As long as you stay in the frame, you're fine.
Well, I don't know if I'm in the frame.
You're in frame. Look. What is that? PPQ?
I don't know.
Does that say PPQ? PD, I don't know what that is, but
PD something.
that's weird. You've never had Papa John's?
No.
Me neither. Penn Station, we've never had, but if it's a gas station, we like
Pizza
you.
Hut's
Pizza Hut.
terrible. Terrible.
Nasty. F tier.
Popeyes is gross.
You like Popeyes.
What do I eat
The
there?
other day you asked for it.
Because I was bored of everything else, not because I love it.
Yeah, I think Popeyes is good, but it
What do
always
you
gives
eat
me a
there?
stomach ache. Everyone's saying I love Pizza Hut, but then some are
Is
saying
Pizza Hut good
F.
now?
I don't know. Has Pizza Hut changed?
PB Hut?
Cassandra has PP Hut. Wait, what? Hold on. I didn't mean to say PP Hut. I was thinking PPQ. Here comes the squeal. Hold on. Turn her gain up. The squeal is real.
You called it PB
I didn't mean to say PP Hut. PP Hut Juniors.
Oh my gosh.
Peepa. Oh my gosh. PP. Oh my. I can't. Hold on. Pizza Hut. I keep looking at PDQ. Pizza Hut.
Cheeks hurt.
You gotta stay in frame. Laugh standing still.
I can't.
We got the squeal. That's all we needed tonight. We got the squeal.
Oh my gosh.
Man, these cameras look really good. Okay. Pizza Hut. Oh wait, Popeyes. I would put Popeyes in like C, but she would say like D. At least D.
D.
Don't put it
D.
in F. We love you guys. Portillo's is so good.
I've never been there.
Oh yeah, I love Portillo's. I had it once and it changed my life in Chicago. That's a never had for her.
I haven't had like any of those.
Potbelly.
Does that say Potbelly?
Yeah, Potbelly. I've never had that before. What is that? Qdoba?
I have no idea.
We don't know what that is. Qdoba. We've never had. Put that in the never had. Quiznos. You like Quiznos?
I've never
Don't you?
ate there.
Really? I'm sure you have. Sandwiches?
I love sandwiches. I never ate there.
You love what? You got to put the mic closer. We can't hear you.
Am I saying it weird?
You're not saying
How do
weird.
you say it?
You're saying sandwiches. It's sandwich.
Sandwich.
My stomach's literally growling right now.
I know.
Okay. Quiznos. She says she's never had.
I never had it.
Roy Rogers. We don't know who you are.
Never had it. Never had it.
That's at the mall.
I never had it.
Excuse me. I'm hungry. My stomach's growling.
I don't even know what that says.
Schlotzky's. We've never had Schlotzky's, but we gotta be careful what we say here. Shake Shack is really good.
Is that the place we just had?
No, that was coming up soon, but no, that wasn't. Never had.
What was that place?
We've never had a lot of these. We're from California.
No. The place
I've
that
had Shake Shack.
we had at the.
No, that's coming up.
Oh.
Sheets we've never had.
I
Almost accidentally cussed
Oh,
there.
I feel bad. I haven't had
Skyline,
these places.
we've never had. Well, some of these, like, who's had Skyline?
It's like a whole new world I'm
Sonic.
missing out on.
I know. I know.
I love
You're not missing out.
Sonic.
All this food is unhealthy. You're not
I
missing
love
out.
Sonic. C.
I love. I don't think she knows what C means. Was a C good? I love Sonic C.
C's passing.
I don't think.
Well, I don't like love.
You're
love.
laughing good. You're staying in the same spot. Good job. Sonic is C.
Can they see my?
Sonic is C. No, you're good. They can't see your feet. Steak and Shake is
this the one I was talking
absolutely
about?
incredible, legendary, next level, change your life. I could eat the Frisco melt 5 times a day for the rest of my
goodness.
life. It's open late.
It was okay.
I wish we had it in California, but we don't.
Is that the one we ate twice?
Yes, we had it twice. I think one day because I'm so obsessed with it.
Yeah, he's obsessed.
The Frisco melt, I could feel it in my mouth right now.
What did I eat?
My stomach's growling. My bones are shaking. I'm so hungry for Steak and Shake.
Wow.
Please, if you live somewhere with a Steak and Shake, please get it for me and send me a picture on Instagram. I love Steak and Shake.
You want to put it B for
No,
you?
you decide. This is yours. For me, it's
well,
above
I just
the
got
best.
it like twice on DoorDash. It wasn't like
I love the Frisco
greatest
sauce.
thing.
I
Put
love
it
it.
C,
I love it.
Nico.
C. Oh, it hurts so. It feels so bad to see it there. I'm sorry, Steak and Shake. I'll come get you someday.
Subway.
You love Subway.
I do like
you
it,
literally
but
would
I
eat it
know.
every day if you could.
Okay, B.
I love Subway. I could eat it every day. B.
I feel bad.
I wish I lived 5 minutes away. I really wish I could get Steak and Shake. I feel like crying on stream right
Where's
now.
the closest one?
Probably in another state. Do you want to drive tonight and get it? Swenson's. Never had. I'm pretty sure Swenson's is a golf course. Taco Bell.
You already know.
No, where's Taco Bell
10
go?
p.m. Taco Bell.
goes
It's at the
C.
Bet.
We're going to probably order it after this, literally. I can see.
It's at the best.
No, it's not.
Talking
Taco
about
Bell,
last
guys,
night when
hold on.
I almost
Hold on.
cried last night.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to formally apologize. Please don't make any Heresy Hunter videos over this. My wife, she's had a long night. We've had a really powerful stream.
What?
She's
What are
drunk
you
in the
gonna
Holy
say?
Ghost. I'm sorry that she put Taco Bell in the best. But go ahead.
Oh, stop.
Is
It is
Taco
the
Bell
best.
the best?
It's
What
the
do you get
best.
from Taco Bell?
Well, I don't eat their meat.
We live in California. Yes, Central California.
So I get their...
Okay, so you don't eat Taco Bell meat because
No.
everyone's judging you in the chat.
Oh, absolutely not. I put beans for everything.
Okay, so she doesn't eat the meat, which is mystery meat. I think it's
Do you eat
it
it?
might be human meat. We don't know. But Taco
you eat
Bell,
it?
I don't eat the meat. I eat the steak. It's not bad, but the beans are not bad. The beans. Go watch like a TikTok video of someone that works at Taco Bell, and you'll probably.
I don't want to watch it. Maybe that's why. 'Cause
Sometimes
I don't
it's
have
good.
TikTok.
I'm being a hypocrite. I do.
You
sometimes
are being a
like,
hypocrite.
I know. I do.
You
like
literally
Taco Bell
ordered it
sometimes.
last night.
Exposed.
just
I did.
saying.
Pastor Mike
literally-
wanted it and his daughter.
I literally was
but I
like-
did like it.
At home, waiting for him to come home so we could order Taco Bell, because that's what we do. And then I literally get a notification from DoorDash saying, "Oh, your Taco Bell order," and I was like,
Yeah, I told Pastor
You
Mike and his
ordered it
daughter they can
without
pick,
me?
so I'm gonna put it on them. But it was really good. I got a crunch wrap with steak and beans, and it was really good. I'm not gonna
Except
lie.
I don't like that Taco Bell got rid of Dr. Pepper around here.
Why did they do that?
When I was
Obviously, you guys can tell she loves Dr. Pepper, and no, there's no Dr. Pepper in her cup.
it's over there.
Water.
He wouldn't let me bring it on the white carpet.
There's still 4,000 people on here.
In-
Taco Cabana.
I've never been there.
We have no clue. It's pink though.
I
so
haven't
don't
been
know.
to any of these. I heard Torchy's is really good.
Where'd you hear that at?
Somebody online.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Torchies. Guys, where's Torchies? Somebody type in the chat, where's Torchies?
I think it's in like LA.
Okay, go to Never Had. Waffle House, you've never had.
Yeah, we went there one time.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
I love
In
going to
the-
Waffle House because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Last time I went to Waffle House, my server was a drag queen, and I think her name was like
Where was it? Hollywood,
Miss
right?
Wonderful or something. And it was a man with a full-on beard.
Wasn't it in Hollywood?
Or no, it was like Mr. Star or something. It was a full-on dressed up drag
I'd
queen.
put it like F. I don't remember it being the good.
I love Waffle House late at night, but
I don't know what a
that's me.
Wawa is.
We don't know what Wawa is. She's never had Wendy's. Oh, I don't like Wendy's.
I don't like it.
Waffle House is wild. You already know. Any fight video you see online is at Waffle House.
Was Whataburger the one we ate in Arizona?
Yes.
It's good, right?
Yes, it's absolutely the best.
Yeah, it's good.
Whataburger B or best?
B.
It didn't change your life.
It didn't change my life.
Okay.
Or I would remember it.
White Castle, never been. I think they serve like little burgers or something.
Winter Schnitzel's gross.
What? You ask for it all the time.
No, the kids ask for it all the
you
time.
always are like, what about Wiener Schnitzel?
Yeah, for the kids, because they're going to eat it.
What's it called? What's the name of it? I've never heard you say it. I've never heard you say it. What is the name? Don't cuss, but like, what is the name of it?
Of the restaurant?
Yeah, of Wiener Schnitzel. What do you
No,
call it?
I don't- why are you
Sometimes
putting
you
me on
just
the
say
spot?
things funny.
Wiener Schnitzel?
What is it?
Wiener Schnitzel.
Okay, you say it normal. I didn't know. I've never heard you say it
I
before.
was like, I'm going to totally mess up right now.
I like their pretzel buns, but generally they're not good.
Yeah, I would say F.
What?
Can we even do F?
You always ask for it.
For the kids.
F is like the worst.
Not like,
I'm gagging.
I'm really craving Wiener Schnitzel.
You can't put it in F tier. Put it in D. You can't put it in F.
I only do it for the
kids
kids
are
because they
probably
want the
crying right
corn
now at
dogs
home.
and
You know they're
stuff.
crying at home right now,
I know,
probably.
probably. Okay, put it in D.
Okay, D.
My babies.
Wings. How are you gonna name your restaurant Wings?
No, I've never.
We don't
been
never
there.
had. Wingstop.
No.
I would put Wingstop in B tier or the best.
C,
I would put it in B.
maybe.
You literally love Wingstop.
I eat their carrot sticks.
That's true. She doesn't really like Wingstop. She always orders carrot sticks. That's all.
I get carrot sticks, like the veggie sticks. Their ranch is really good.
All right, and Zaxby's.
I don't know what that is.
Zaxby's, you don't know?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
No, I don't.
Oh, then why are you asking me?
Never had. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Alyssa Saldivar's 2023 tier list.
I would have rather done drinks.
This is kind of hurting me a little bit.
We
the fact
should've
that
done
McDonald's is in the best S tier.
Yeah.
Well, my insides kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
You thought it'd be different?
Listen. Nico's moving stuff. Your best is. I'm not even gonna look at the chat here. Your best is McDonald's, Taco Bell.
Well, I didn't have.
You are a certified
fancy-
white girl. You are a certified white girl.
obviously.
McDonald's, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Del Taco, and In-N-Out Burgers. And B, you have Burger King, Domino's, Five Guys, Panera,
Does
Subway,
the chat
and Whataburger.
agree with me? Or probably not.
I don't think so. I don't think not one person. I don't know. Maybe. Chat, what do you think?
Oh, they hate it.
I don't know. We're going to put it up in a second. What do you
They
think,
hate
chat?
it. Stevie said they hate it.
Some of you are saying same. Some are saying, do you guys cook? Sometimes. The problem is this. She does cook.
He doesn't eat it.
I'll put it on me, and you can end the recording for that. Nico, and start a new recording in case I make her laugh, and like we could post a highlight or something. You could re-record.
Oh my gosh. He doesn't
She does
eat.
cook,
I cook
but I
all
don't
the time.
eat. I don't eat. I eat once a day, if that. So it feels bad when she spends all this time cooking and I don't eat it. But
Yeah,
you make
you
really
don't
good
at all.
lasagna. She makes like legit homemade
Yeah.
lasagna, and it's really good. But yeah, the
He
problem is not her.
literally
it's me.
doesn't eat.
Yeah. So certified white girl indeed. All right, chat. What do you think? We're reading the chat now. We love you. Not all of it. Not good. Love you, but I don't agree. Her list is better. Better than mine. My list was like Culver's was the top. Whataburger and Steak and Shake, right? Or what was that? Steak Shacks. What is it called? I don't even remember the name.
I don't know. I got
Steak
so
and Shake.
mad at the Burger King, I like tuned out.
Can you click new messages? For some reason, it's frozen. I think we might have. Yeah, I think the too many comment. There we go. Agree mostly.
We should have
McDonald's
done
ketchup
drinks.
only. Cookout was better than McDonald's and Chick-fil-A. Do not agree. All caps. Okay, you don't have to be mean. No, I'm just kidding. Alyssa makes the best soup. Someone said,
Ooh.
yes, I agree with you. Save this for your next date night. Alyssa, thank you for being here. Everyone loves you. Guys, if you want to donate, we are going to read the donations in
I'm
a
not reading
moment.
it.
You can actually.
I already
put the
messed up
donations
one time.
Is it frozen? Oh, okay. They disappeared.
And
okay.
I yelled at that girl.
We'll have to read donations another time. They're frozen. I'll read them off stream. But thank you guys for donating and giving.
Remember? I yelled at
Do you guys
her.
have any like burning questions you want to ask Alyssa? Because we've been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. The new studio, we go live longer because it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
But
And we have a babysitter.
yeah. Do you guys want any burning questions that you guys want to say? They say Alyssa's the best. More Alyssa from now on. I think it'd be cool to do Q&A and you just ask me questions because you don't want to necessarily talk and like have a hangout on Friday nights or something. I think it would be fun.
I want
We
to
love you
still
both.
do the
God
game.
bless. She
I
has an
want to do
awesome
the game
testimony.
night.
We want to do trivia night. It's just hard
Yeah.
because there's 4,000 people on here. So the chat gets frozen. Culver's, Cane's, Panera, and Chipotle is number 1. What else do you guys think? Culver's is good. Never tried Arby's? No. Any questions you guys want to do? Marriage Q&A, whatever you guys have. Alyssa, is Isaiah annoying?
No.
Obviously, they think I am. But do you think
No.
I'm annoying? Do I ever annoy you?
You don't have any pet peeves. Like my pet peeve.
Oh, I don't have any pet peeves of yours?
Yeah, no.
So I don't annoy you when I say
don't
put the
think
mic
so.
a little bit closer?
I mean, that's just you being nerdy.
Okay. What's your favorite food,
You're very
Alyssa?
particular.
I'm going to read you questions. What's your favorite? This is your chance. We don't know when she'll be back. So she might be like that uncle you see once a year at the family reunion. Does Isaiah talk fast all the time?
Yes,
I do?
all the time.
Wow. I didn't know that.
You're very passionate about everything.
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 I could literally
You could
sell
sell
anything.
everything. Yeah.
What do you think about the fact that I have tried every hobby in the U.S.?
Oh my gosh. The hobbies.
I've tried everything, huh?
Every single hobby.
Steak
we did
is me, Isaiah.
airsoft, golfing, disc golfing,
I've done everything.
bike riding,
Pogo stick, yo-yo.
unicycle.
Electric unicycle,
What else?
scooter,
is
skateboard,
Scooter,
literally everything. There's nothing I
skateboards.
haven't tried. What's your go-to
And-
sandwich? What do you order when
What?
you order a sandwich? They said, what's your go-to sandwich?
there? Salami, cheese, and all the veggies.
Salami, cheese, and all the veggies. Do you ever see yourself having a boy? What do you think about having a boy? She's scared to have a boy. Does Isaiah's feet stink?
No.
Does Isaiah have BO?
Are you just doing
I asked
this
that one.
yourself?
Yeah, I asked that one. No one asked that.
No.
Someone did say, does my feet stink? But no,
No.
I'm BO. I don't have BO. It's really weird.
No, he doesn't smell.
One time I was preaching, I was soaking wet in sweat, and I made your sister smell my shirt. She
My
didn't believe me.
sister?
Yeah, I made Lexi smell my shirt.
Oh.
She didn't believe me. It was soaked, and it smelled like water.
Yeah, he doesn't
My
have a
dad. I don't
smell.
think my dad has BO either. What's your favorite influencer items? I don't know what that means.
Oh, they asked why we don't homeschool.
Can you
talk about that?
Yes. So our kids go to, which the teachers are watching right now, and we love you guys so much. They go to an incredible school that has like 15 kids total in the whole school from kindergarten through high school. It's a very, very, very tiny Christian school where they use homeschool curriculum. So like Journey,
they're basically homeschooled
at the church. Yeah. So they're basically homeschooled at the church. And so it's amazing. We love it. So we love remnant school that they go to. Should I say that?
No.
I know I probably should have said that.
That was probably bad.
Okay. Yeah. But anyways, we love the school they go to and you guys are amazing. So they have an awesome school. So they're pretty much homeschooled at the church. It's a private, small Christian school. Proposal video, we don't have it at this second. I'll show it to you guys another time. Do you guys celebrate Valentine's Day? Not really. No. I mean, it's just another day for us. Can you sing for us?
No.
No chance.
No chance.
Does Isaiah ever relax? Yes. What do you think?
Yeah.
I relax all the time. I'm lazy, if anything. I'm like, I need to get up and do something. Today, I literally was like up all night because we went to the airport and I slept till like 1 o'clock or 2 because I was up all night. Chicken or steak, Alyssa?
Well done steak.
Oh no. That honestly, if you guys are wondering, my only turn off with you, like the only turn off is you order well done steak, and that's like criminal in my opinion. Like that's beef jerky.
He likes it bloody.
No, I like it still mooing.
Oh.
No, I like it pink in the center, not bloody, but pink in the center. I like it medium or medium
Can't
rare.
do it.
Has Isaiah always had massive Riz? I don't even think she knows what Riz is.
I don't even know
Riz
what that
is like
means.
game. It means it's like charisma. Riz is charisma. That's what it stands for.
Stevie says no.
It means game. My sister-in-law says no. Well, there's that. When did you get married? What day did we get married?
I don't know. What day?
You tell me.
What day did we get married?
They're asking you. This is Q&A
I know,
for
but
you.
I'm asking you.
Well, this is Q&A for you. So you tell us.
What day and what time?
You tell us.
September 15th.
2012. I knew that.
What they really should ask is our kids'
Does Isaiah
birthdays.
sleep talk? Does Isaiah sleep talk?
No.
I sleep preach sometimes.
I'm sleepy.
Sometimes I do. Does Alyssa cast out demons?
Yes.
Yes, she's a demon slayer for sure. Was Isaiah popular back when we got married? I was gaining popularity. I was pretty popular because of the revival.
Yeah.
But not like now. Do you have any hobbies?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Your hobbies are raising the kids. Drinking Dr. Pepper with a little ice.
Oh, party planning.
Oh, yes, you do.
Stevie.
She loves party planning. She's an incredible party planner. She would love to be a wedding planner. That's probably like her dream.
Staging houses.
She loves like decorating houses and furniture. And so, yes, her hobby is party planning. And no one beats our parties. Let's just say that because she's an amazing party planner.
We do them good together.
Someone said all the girls. My sister said all the girls wanted me.
Your sister said that?
Yeah, my sister. She remembers and she made a laughing face.
Of course your sister did.
Does Isaiah talk fast all day? I feel like I don't talk that fast. Like in that throughout the day. Like I don't.
I mean, you do.
I talk fast? Okay,
yeah.
I guess.
You're very like, get to the point. Get to the point.
Yeah, I do. Why don't you eat? I have no clue. I just never have an appetite. What's the name of your blog?
It's just my name, Alyssa Saldivar.
Okay, in the mic. We can't hear you. Yeah, there you go.
It's just alyssasaldivar.com. But I haven't posted in like 2 kids. So
that's how we go by years, is we go by 2 kids. She hasn't posted in 2 kids. Not in 3-4 years and 2 kids.
I don't even think I wrote when Harvey was.
Do you have date night? Rarely.
Never.
Really?
I don't think
when was the last time we went? We just went out recently.
Where?
I don't remember. To a service or something.
Well, yeah, if we're going to like church and
we
get a babysitter.
No, but my mom watched the kids and we went away somewhere. Where did we go? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, we went to Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
We went and played at the arcade just recently. So yes, we do have date night. We do. How did you meet? We told the whole story. You got to skip back like 2 hours. We already just did an hour of the whole story.
What are the kids' names?
Go ahead. This is for you. I want you to get as much airtime as you can.
Justice, Journey, Harvest, who we call Harvey, and Nova.
Who named all the kids? Both of us?
Well, Justice, we wanted boy or girl. It's going to be our first one.
Yeah, be real close to the mic.
And then Journey, I wanted JoJo. And so, was it you? I think it was Brittany. Brittany, our cousin, was like, oh, what about Journey, which I loved.
I feel like I named Journey. Maybe she recommended it.
She recommended it. Okay. And then I wanted Harvey for a nickname. I guess Stevie thought of Harvest. And then we drew names for her middle name.
We had multiple names we wanted for her middle name.
Yes.
And we drew out of a hat because we couldn't
pick. And then with Nova, I wanted Haven. So
and we took a poll on stream.
It was 2 J's and 2 H's.
Nova, I said, look, she wanted Haven. I did not want Haven. So we took a poll. I said, if the poll passed, then I'll name her Haven. If we ever have
another baby, it's Haven. I'm telling you right now.
So we took a poll, and we're not naming our son Haven. And we took a poll, and the poll was overwhelmingly Nova versus Haven. So the people decided.
I did.
Can you sing something?
No.
Someone said, as Isaiah's role model, Gandhi. No, you're weird. Who's more likely to lose the car keys? Probably both of us. We're both equally just don't keep track of anything. Alyssa designed some ladies merch.
Ooh. I mean, that would be fun.
We had some ladies
With
merch,
all my
but
free time?
yeah, I'm a guy. So like I design clothing like a 30-year-old man. Do we still live in California? Yes. What's your ethnicity? Don't just say you're white. Like, what is your actual ethnicity?
I'm Italian and Danish.
And German at all?
Yeah. It's in there
We need to do
somewhere.
that thing that tells us what we are.
I want to see what we are.
Does Isaiah sleep? Yes, I sleep.
He does.
Who's more clumsy? For sure you. You trip all the time over air. You always trip over the air.
Oh, well, the cords.
No, you trip you'll literally randomly be walking and just trip sometimes.
Oh, the dog where I fell in the hallway.
You just trip randomly.
Yeah, it's me.
You just trip yourself.
It's me.
Best memory of what? Of us? What's your best memory? I don't have any. We have a lot of good memories. Do you have a best memory where like this was the best
really
ever?
Broad question.
That's a very personal question that we can't just say on live. You know what I mean? That's stuff that has to stay in the bedroom. All right. Do you remember your? Do you remember your dreams? I didn't mean it like that. Do you remember your dreams?
You can't just.
Do you remember your dreams?
No, never.
I can't believe Nico didn't even laugh at that.
Is he listening? Is he sleeping?
Yeah, he could hear us.
Oh.
What's your love language?
Gifts.
Gifts like the ones you send on your phone.
And holding my hand.
Gifts and personal touch or time. No, yours is physical touch.
Touch, yeah.
I mean, we have 4 kids, let's be honest. Do you guys like to dance?
Oh my God.
No, we don't dance.
No, we don't dance.
We need a wife Demon Slayer stream coming soon. Isaiah's tired. I literally have not had a day off in like 2 weeks. I'm not even like tooting my horn or being like I'm an overworker. But have we been here every day?
Every day.
We've literally been here every day trying to get this launched before the month.
The second we came up from the New Year's conference, it was like every single day.
Yeah, I haven't had a day off in weeks. And Saturday we had a 7-hour service. Sunday we had a 7-hour service. Monday we had a 3-hour live stream. Mm-hmm. And I was up all night long because we went to the airport. I came home, slept like all day, and I'm extremely tired, but I'm excited to be here and I love that you guys. But we're gonna have some time off because the studio's done. But we do have a movie coming out, so that's gonna be busy. What state to visit? Best state. What is your number 1 state you want to visit?
I have 2. They're equal.
Which we have no clue why, but go ahead and tell them. I won't make fun of you.
Florida and New York.
No, she wants to go to Miami, so we have Miami. I brought Miami to her. I'm like, you want to go to Miami? I got you. I'll bring it to you. She wants to go to Miami, which we don't know why because it's literally just all night clubs, but it's all good. And she wants to go to New York.
I want to go to the beach.
Yeah, she wants to go. Well, I'm not going to the Miami beach because my careful little eye is what you see. So I probably won't be able to go. You could go.
I'll go by myself.
Yeah, I can't go to the Miami beach.
And
New York.
Fuzz in my face.
New York, she wants to go to.
Yeah. I want to see Mike and Julie.
Someone said, "Who farts more?" You want to know a funny fact that people are gonna laugh in the chat? In fact, I'm gonna say this because I heard another couple doing like a Q&A, and they said this, and I was like, "We're not the only ones. We have never ever in 12 years farted in front of each other.
Yeah.
Ever. Literally." Is that weird,
Stevie's
chat?
Laughing.
We never have. But I heard another couple say that they're married like 30 years, like we've never farted in front of each other.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's not weird to me. I got raised like you don't fart in front of girls. Like that's I feel like that's how my mom raised me. But my
Did
mom's
Nico
in the chat.
get raised by the same person?
I don't know. I felt like I got raised. Did we get raised that way? I don't know.
I think that's just a personal thing.
Maybe it is. But yeah, we've never farted in front of each other ever. Not even like slipped. What the heck? That's strange. I could see that. Okay, how about this? If you're a married couple and you've never farted in front of your spouse ever, type 1 in the chat. No, there's a lot of people out there like that.
Me and Steve are ones.
Type 1 if you've never farted in front of your spouse, or you don't. Maybe on accident. Accidents don't count. But like, if it sneaks out or leaks out or creeps out, it doesn't count. Like, I'm a preacher, so you know. Now listen, if you're out, farting on your wife, giving her a Dutch oven at night, then that's a different story. But we're talking about those of you that like. You don't purposely. Oh, look at the chat. One's flying aggressively.
Normal.
No, we're normal.
We are normal.
Yeah, one's flying aggressively through the chat. All caps. Patricia said that's crazy.
Somebody said I couldn't last 3 weeks.
If it's an accident, it doesn't count. But we're not out here like farting on each other. How is that possible? I don't know. We just don't. I don't know. I'm not really like a gassy person at all. I just really don't. I don't really fart much. Alyssa, but I also don't eat, so that probably has to do with it. Thoughts about designing merch? She said maybe. She said she had done it when y'all were sleeping. I've never heard her ever, not even in our sleep. Maybe one day in the middle of the night, I'll squeeze her and see if I can squeeze something out. Someone says, Singer, do you rub her feet? I have
No.
before, but not like often.
No.
Do I rub your feet? No. Do you ever ask me to?
No.
Okay.
Maybe when I was like really like pregnant, my feet were swollen.
Drop your skincare routine. I don't even know what that means. They asked me that. I have no clue what that means. I just
have
wash
a
my
lot.
face.
He barely washes his face. It's so annoying.
I wash my face every day.
Well, I'm saying like all you need is like soap.
You're saying
I'm saying like you barely put effort into it.
You're saying like I don't put effort into it.
Yeah, you don't put effort into it.
She always gets mad. She's like, you have no pimples.
I have like my serum and my cleanser and this and that.
She puts on the mask that makes her look like Shrek. I don't know what that is,
it
but
still doesn't help.
But what is it? So you do? I don't even know.
Oh well, it's a lot of
It's
products.
a long thing.
I'd have to do
She
a long
washes her
thing.
face. I wash my face every day. Let's just be clear here.
Yeah.
But what? Yeah, I get it. Isaiah getting exposed. I wash my face every day.
Yeah, you wash your face.
Has Isaiah ever cooked for her?
No.
Have I ever cooked for you?
No.
I don't even know how to cook.
The only time you ever cooked for me was when you and Nico did it, and then you guys made us watch that movie, and then we cried.
Somebody sent me a $50 gift card for Steak and Shake. I literally just got a text from Pastor Greg Locke, a gift card to Steak and Shake.
Oh, that's where we had it.
We don't have any Steak and Shake though. Yeah, I need to go back out. I'm going to be going back out there to Tennessee, and I'm going to get Steak and Shake 5 times.
That was nice of him.
Do you like Nashville? I love Nashville because they have Steak and Shake.
What was that movie that I cried? Was it Stevie?
I cooked for you. You
yeah,
said?
you and Nico
The boy in the
cooked for
striped
us.
pajamas?
Yes, and then you made us watch that movie and we cried. You guys, what did they make?
I've never
Steve?
cooked.
They made like.
Stop! I think you're saying something you shouldn't be saying. We never cooked for you. I've never cooked for you. I don't even know how to cook. I don't even know how to boil water.
You guys made something.
Easy Mac probably.
Yeah, Nico, huh?
Okay, I don't remember. How long you been wearing glasses? Me or her? This is Q&A for her. I've been wearing them for a few years.
Used to wear contacts.
What do you do for romance? How do I romance you? Physical touch? We can't say on stream. What country do you want to visit?
What do I say to that?
What country do you want to visit?
Nowhere.
Oh, wow. I was interested. That's why I married you. That's why I married you. She doesn't like to travel. Someone said, was it the Holocaust movie? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
They said San Bernardino has Steak and Shake.
They do? That's
I mean,
amazing.
it's in California.
How did God confirm you that Isaiah was your husband? I mean, honestly, she just took one look. It was like, she just love at first sight. Did you get any confirmation? You just knew when you saw me?
Knew.
You just knew?
Just knew.
Was it my unfaded hair?
Unfaded.
Was it my skinny biceps? I mean, what was it? Let's be honest.
I don't know. I think I just knew.
What's the funniest thing about Isaiah? Do I make you laugh a lot? They have a Steak and Shake and No, they don't. You better not be lying to me. Nancy G, if you're on, Nancy G, if you're being honest, I will literally. I don't even know what to say. Are we going there
tonight?
I'm looking. There's no way I've missed this.
Nancy G,
if you're being honest, I will blow you a kiss. Lodi. Let's see. No way, dude. No way, dude. I'm like shaking right now. I'm literally shaking. Read the comments while I look this up.
I am, but I'm really bad at reading the thing.
3, 6.
Was it my
There's
skinny
no way,
bicep?
dude.
Somebody said. Is that what I found?
You just catfished me, Nancy. There's no Steak and Shake in Lodi.
Put your hopes up.
Dude, is there really one? What's the zip code for Lodi? Somebody give it to me.
How do we know that?
I hope you're not joking with me. I hope you're not joking with me. Where is Steak and Shake in California? I'm going to type in California. Nancy, please don't break my heart. I'm going to have to ban you in the chat, Nancy. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm going to have to perma-ban you. Yeah, there's none. It's just what I thought. I was like, there's no way. Maybe you meant something else.
Somebody said pucker up Nancy G.
there's no Steak and Shake for like a 500-mile radius. There's no Steak and Shake for a 500-mile radius. You really hurt me. You really hurt me. You really just like, I can't even talk for a moment. There's no Steak and Shake for 400 miles.
Are you sure?
I just looked it up. I'm going to cry. What's going on with the stream? We're doing Q&A. Is the stream cutting out? Listen.
Oh, my mouth hurts.
If you're on
I'm
Facebook
laughing.
cutting out, you need to just
Steak
get
and
onto
Shake.
YouTube. I don't know what to tell you. Facebook, honestly, at some point with this studio, we might stop going live on Facebook because they keep compressing us. All the troubles are them, not us. We have it perfectly set up. So, yeah. Nancy G.
Yeah, it says the closest is Reno.
Why did you say that to me and break my heart? That's the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and I feel like I just got punched in the gut. I literally feel like I just got punched in the gut right now.
You were so excited.
I honestly can throw up right now. I'm not even lying.
You were so excited.
I'm not even lying. I'm hurt.
You know why you were excited? Because it was like a new food for you to get.
I was going to drive there. No,
Yeah.
because I was going to drive there right now. Nancy G, if you're in the chat.
Somebody's saying there's one in Stockton.
No, come on, guys. You guys are lying. Steak and Shake. I feel like crying.
I'm so hungry. Negative Nancy.
Victorville, there's no... Guys, I'm 5 hours away. Good job, Nancy G. She said she saw it. Are they building one? She said she saw it. No, don't ban her. We're kidding. We're kidding, guys. Obviously, we're joking. Is there one being built in Lodi? I'm going to type it in one more time because my heart is... Locations. Let's see. Is there one being built?
Oh, somebody said they're confusing it with Shake Shack.
Oh, you're thinking of Shake Shack. Okay, no worries, Nancy G. She's thinking of something else. No, Steak and Shake is not Shake Shack.
Somebody said Nancy G's the new Crystal Lewis.
Someone's calling me.
Who's calling you?
I don't know. I'm not going to answer, though. I've not seen it. Yeah, it's not in Lodi. Okay, that was fun. She meant well. I know she meant well. We're kidding, Nancy G. We love you. We're joking. We're not trying to be rude. We're totally kidding. She thought it was Shake Shack. All right. Any other questions before we get off here? Thank you guys for donating. We'll read the donations on Venmo and all that after. I should probably put the donation thing on screen. Habit Burger, Nancy Dipped.
Habit wasn't on the list.
Victorville. How far is Victorville from here? I think that's in Southern California. Let me look it up real quick. Because if it's anywhere in an hour drive, I will drive right now.
Don't put the...
Victorville's 5.5 hours away from me. 5.5 hours away. So yeah, I can't go. This was so fun. I had fun. We had 5,000 people. That's huge.
That's a lot.
That's like bigger than pretty much any guest I have on. That's the biggest podcast we've had in like a long time.
Really?
I can't remember the last time we had 5,000 besides the Demon Slayer podcast. But wow, that's 5,000 people.
Oh, they want the kids.
They loved
They're
you.
not here.
They're not here. We're at a house where the studio is. What's your favorite color?
Mine? Well, besides black and white, pink, yellow, lavender.
Really? Yellow? I thought you hated yellow.
I hate red.
Wow. Do you guys read the Bible as family together? We do, but recently she's been reading the Bible with the kids and doing a great job, and I've been trying to join, but I've been gone. So I need to, get back on sync with that. Favorite book? I'm so glad the stream stayed up. Yes. Can we get a 1 in the chat that everything went smooth tonight and it went perfect? This is incredible. I'm so excited. Where's your sweater from? It looks so comfortable. Does Alyssa like shopping?
Alyssa?
She likes online shopping.
Yeah. I think it's from like AE.
What's your favorite thing about me?
Mine?
I just made that up. That's not even a question.
Oh.
I just pretended that was a question. I'm just going to make questions up. How long have you been married? 10 years.
What's your favorite thing about me? Oh.
Everything. I can't pick one thing. There's too many things. This has been so refreshing. Thanks for being so transparent. What's your Starbucks order?
I don't really go to Starbucks. I don't.
But when you do
drink,
go, like when you used to go.
I don't really drink.
She doesn't drink
coffee like
Starbucks
that
anymore. She just makes her own coffee. But she'll drink like black coffee.
I drink decaf
She's
coffee.
not like a caramel macchiato or a caramel frappuccino white girl.
Regular coffee.
She drinks straight up black coffee. In fact, when we met, I worked at Starbucks.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you order? And in my mind, I was like, if she orders caramel frappuccinos, extra caramel, I'm not going to marry her. And she was like, I like black coffee. I was like, what? What girl likes black coffee? When will you come to Texas? I don't know. This Thursday, we will be doing a Chosen meetup. So if you want to meet Alyssa in person, this Thursday at 7 p.m. in Manteca, California, 95336, we're going to meet up for the Chosen. So yeah, it's going to be good. All right, guys, we had a really fun time. We could probably do this all night because this is really fun and exciting and cool. But we're probably going to get off because we need to get food and we have kids at home and stuff like that. So we love you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. Do you want to say anything to them before we get off?
No, but they asked me what a Giga Chat is. What is that?
Basically, it's me. A Giga Chat is just someone that's like. They
said, does Alyssa know what a Giga Chat is?
It's just like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'll look it up for you later. It just means like top tier guy, top G or something. I don't know.
What's the Giga?
It's just like mega, giga, like super.
Weird.
Like a super. I can't explain it. I'll tell you after definition.
Okay.
Love you guys. We appreciate you guys. You guys are all legends. And make sure you meet us at The Chosen. We'll be live maybe Friday here. I don't know, but we'll be live. Maybe I need some time off. Maybe I need to record some videos. And I gave you guys dates earlier, so you go rewind. We love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for donating. Monthly partner, we'll send you 70 sermons, 20% off the merch store, past partners calls, future partners calls. All the links to give are there. I do have a stream ending screen, but why don't you just put the countdown again? But that's the stream starting. So just put on, I don't know. We have a stream ending screen. It's there on the side. You want to scroll and look for it? I don't know if you can even find it. You can look. It says stream ending because, yeah, I don't have a stream ending on this. I got to make one. There's another one. It's the green one of the cross. Yeah, that's the one. It just says stream ending, right? It has like music. Oh, never mind. Oh, sorry, because we're in 4K. Forget it. Forget it. All right, we don't have one. Just kidding. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.